hopefully without having to pull a pet seed. And the runners also need to clear the 4 bosses. And we're off! 4 bosses in Super Metroid, by the way, clear my friend. And we're off.
All right.
So more likely these runners are going to go to Link to the Past. These are both Link to the Past runners. I know Raiko wants to take a dip and get his $250 for dipping into the pool.
And I'm looking for it to be pretty standard. I think both of them will jump right into Zelda. Only one item down at the bottom is Super Metroid in logic.
Ooh, supers on the island. We may or may not see that. Depends on how ammo goes for these Super Metroid sides.
All right, Solski looks like he's headed straight up to Uncle.
And Raiko is going to go to the Houlihan room. This is Raiko's usual first play. Gives him a lot of money to buy bombs if needed, and to do all Kakariko early. Tier 0 pool is Tier 3 pool is hearts this time around. Not Tier 0.
All right. Yeah, I like the Houlihan play myself. I like having that money. You can go through Kakariko, get everything in one fell swoop. I'm told it's somewhat of a bone of contention in the community. I didn't know that.
There's enough like $100 drops, well, $100 rupee drops and 300 rupee drops that you might find one of them in Kakariko that just completely negates this play Raiko's doing. So, Raiko might waste 2 minutes there, or he might, Mirror in Link's house.
Oh, Mirror. Uncle just having a missile pack, but Mirror is a score in Link's house. And that's what Raiku's fixing to find. Gravity in the sanctuary.
Oh, man, these spawn zones right now bring some hype already.
Looks like Solski is heading on over to Agatree.
Now we're going to see if Aghanim is holding like Varia or something today.
Oh, and Raikou gets a bomb pull.
Ooh, that's good. That means he's not going to be spending his rupees anytime soon.
And Solski's just getting some coins. I love getting those bomb pulls. What's the bug got? The bug has just coins.
Oh, a little bit of vanilla there. And see, Solski didn't do Houlihan, so he's going to go ahead and try and grab as many of these as he can. He's already got 50, though, so that's good enough for 10 bombs. It's only a missile pack today in the back of the Lumberjack. I don't think these runners are going that way anytime soon.
I sure wouldn't. All right, and Solski is going to head on over into the Lost Woods. The gamble on not doing the Houlihan, I can see, because you can usually get at least 50 rupees. Bottle Vendor typically is just a miniature version of Zora. He's going to charge you a bunch of money for trash. But every once in a while, he does drop something good. I like to do it just so that I don't have to worry about it later.
I mean, it's always, on average, it's a 1 out of 316 chance. That's a really good item. Do you want to take those odds that you skip it?
Yeah. I get you. But I understand I'm dealing with my luck. All right. Lost Woods turns out to just really be a pile of trash.
The super missiles, again, if they don't find Charge Beam, they do want to grab those at least 12 super missile packs, specifically for Mother Brain. So any super missile packs out of the 17 that's in the pool is appreciated.
True, but coming from the Super Metroid side, I can give you a little bit of insight. Mother Brain is going to be at the end of the game, and you are definitely going to run into more super packs before then.
That's true.
I've only encountered actually one seed where it was hiding supers. All right, we got bombs, power bombs, Moon Pearl.
That's a good find early. We got 2/3 of our way into Dark World access.
And, it's not really worth the time sink for early pack of supers, because odds are if you see them that easy that early, you're going to run into some more before you jump into Super Metroid. All right, so Raikou is coming out of Lost Woods. He's headed down into Kakariko.
Yeah, you could now kind of see the time sink that Houlihan Room did. You know, Solski is 5 checks up now on Raiko. Solski's going to be able to get the 5 checks down in the well. First one's a missile. He's going to go back and check what this one is real fast. E-Tank. Good to get some of these E-Tanks early. And bombs. And we got enough of the bottom vendor now. And glove. We got the picker-uppers.
Well, that just changed things a little bit. Although I want to point out, Solski had a time save because he found bombs in Thieves' Hut. Had he not, he would have had to go ahead and go down and grab some bombs and then come back up and check. That's another thing I don't like to risk on. You know, if you don't get the bomb pulled from the tree, I just go straight down and buy them. I can see him making the gamble, though. A Link to the Past has more checks.
216 to be exact.
Super Metroid has 100 even.
So altogether between the 2 games, there's 316s. But right now, until they find Morph Ball, there's only one thing they can check in Super Metroid. I believe I was with another Super Metroid commentator who did the math and said, like, if you have Power Bombs and Morph Ball, you can check 40 checks in Super Metroid. So that's how important the Morph Ball is. And that's what they're really looking for right now. They're really looking for that Morph Ball. Bombs in library.
Although the way it's designed, if you can find an item like Speed Boost or Screw Attack, that increases the amount of checks you can do. But Morph Ball is, of course, the all-important. Just missiles at race game.
So Kakariko's done until we find a bottle for Sick Kid. I think Solski is going to go ahead and with his mitts is going to go ahead and do his South Shore checks without saving and quitting.
Oh, he's farming up some more bombs, it looks like.
Raikou going ahead and spending 50 of the rupees to get his bombs.
Yep, and having gotten that bomb upgrade, now he's got more than the standard 10, which is helpful because, you know, they're going to want to do Mini Moldorm. And at this point, they're going to have to do it with bombs.
Yeah. No, soon we're going to be getting rid of those. We're on V29 logic right now for Link to the Past, by the way. Those upgrades are something they took out of V30. So we got that to look forward to. Solski's doing his Eastern check. Potentially 6 items right here, depending if he gets a bow. And we get a map check. I saw 5 sick crystal on Eastern and regular crystals on the other 2.
Yeah, that's what I saw, but you're faster than me. I'm going to have to count on you to spot stuff like that. My old eyes aren't that sharp.
Oh, I've had a few weeks of doing these commentaries for practice.
And 10 arrows. Powder. And some supers.
Powder's
I love finding that powder.
I'm surprised Solski's dipping out. He didn't even ask the old man where Green Pendant was. Sometimes runners would do that. Raikou is doing Gina and Dam right now. He's kind of leaning towards Gina's side first. Maybe. Oh, and Solski's going to be doing Back of Escape.
Yeah, that's pretty standard for me when I get the glove. I'm headed there.
Raikou, you have the mirror, man. You can eat those blocks if you want.
Yeah, that's a handy. That mirror is handy for a lot of that stuff. And with Red Cane, Sword, and the map.
You know, that was a good 8 out of 10 hype escape.
Yes, it was.
Oh, Raikou finding all kinds of... See, right there is why you don't do the Houlihan room. Because he now has over 500... Yeah, he found 100 inside the dam and 300 outside. Solski's is about ready to basically get caught up in ammo count here in just a second.
Well, I would point out that with the glove, Zora is in logic right now. Raikou has just found the money he would need to check Zora immediately if he wanted to. So, all in all, still not a bad thing.
And with the Moo Pearl, they can actually fake Flipper and check Waterfall Cave at the same time. Raikou's having a little bit of a trouble with this bomb. Alright. Got one more mini Troll to get rid of. And we got 5 items back here.
More money.
Yeah.
The flu.
Screw attack.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Space jump. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
That was a solid 11 out of 10 for me right there.
That I would have loved to see all of that because that's mobility in both games. That flute is Death Mountain access in logic. Space jump and screw attack gives him some Super Metroid checks. That was a really nice room. And Solski fixing to find all of that for himself too.
Yeah, with screw attack, this now opens up a few more checks in Super Metroid, doesn't it?
Yes, it does. It opens up the old Mother Brain area. It opens up front of Gauntlet. I don't know if that's in logic with just screw attack. It should be. If you've got screw attack and space jump, you can fly right through there. You can't get to the back of Gauntlet until you have Morph Ball. That gives you that's about it. Unless now, since they have Death Mountain, you can actually go a little ways. If they find Varia, you can go a little ways into Upper Norfair, and you can also get all the way up to Alpha Power Bombs and check the first item there. So it does open up some options for them. Not the most desirable ones though, because you're going to have to skip a lot of checks that you could make if you had Morph Ball.
And right now we're getting our lengthy salute because both of these runners are going to release the goose. The duck is a muck. The pheasant is unpleasant. Other rhymes that Dr. Bob and others have said over the years.
Dr. Bob, yes. All right, so what is Solski? Oh, he's going to go ahead. Now he's found that money. He is going to get him some bombs. I released the Quacken. All right, I like that one best.
The owl was foul.
Winner.
And we're getting Desert Check, only 10 arrows on ledge. Oh, these runners are now following each other. This is going to come down to execution right now, guys.
I think at some point you're going to see a little bit of divergence. We'll see. Let's see.
No, we usually like to make the comic high fives whenever they run into each other in a room, but now this is holding hands.
Bug catching net at Agena. Now what's interesting here is Raikou has not yet done his back of escape, so he doesn't have his sword yet.
He also doesn't have
his red cane.
Solski is going to go ahead and check Ice Rod. We know that is just a heart. Raikou is going to do some swimming.
I agree with this play.
So he's going to check the hobo first, see what the hobo has, and then with the Moon Pearl, he can go up, fake walk into Wallfall Cave, then go buy what Zora's selling today.
I don't know that I would have done it that way. I probably, if I was going to do the fake flipper, I'd have went ahead and took the warp to Waterfall of Wishing and checked from there. But there's Morph Ball, so I would have been wrong.
So we have to find now. So here's a fun fact: we're breaking sequence right now because we have to find flippers before we could have done that. So sooner or later, these runners are going to actually find flippers. I'm thinking it might actually be in Eastern right now because there are still at least 2 items we can pick up in Eastern,
yes.
Without having to go through the lamp area. Or it could be on Death Mountain where there is 2 items we can also check, and Hera is also open to us right now.
They have found power bombs. I saw some power bombs somewhere, so I know they found some power bombs. I did not know you could get a fake flipper jumping off there where the hobo was at.
Yeah, no,
I just learned that.
Yeah, the best way I can explain is every time you are over water in a screen transition. Oh, Raiko lost his walking, so he has to do a double dip into here. As long as you're mid-air in the screen transition, the game doesn't know if you're actually swimming or not.
Gotcha. Okay.
So it just says you're swimming. Make things easier. So if you can barely, if you do the jump just right and you do the transition, you fake flipper out, Hobo.
All right. E-tank on the ledge. Waterfall of Wishing. Oh, we've already seen that. Nothing really of merit there.
But we're going to go ahead and spend our 500 rupees. We basically got enough rupees for the rest of the game. We got enough for the digging game and enough to oh my goodness! That was not a scam today, folks. That was not a scam today. That was minutes on Zora.
And that's huge. That
with
is
Moon
huge.
Pearl, that's our Dark World access.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So now, Raikou is going to head straight for Super Metroid.
In chat, they're saying that this was a sequence break. They had gloves, so they could have actually got to Zora. So the mids are in sequence.
Yep, I envy him this seed. It's nice when mitts show up nice and early, or so I'm told. It's never happened to me. But
I would not have done Super Metroid this soon because there's so many more checks you can do to Link's Past. Now, you still have all the dungeon. You have Thieves Town area. You have Skull Woods area. Mind you, you don't have the Fire Rod. You have
the mirror and the flute, so the frog sequence is easy.
Frog sequence is easy, yeah.
You got the mire area you can check. You know, all of that. And again, like chat's pointing out, the morph ball is out of logic at this point. So I think that the follow the breadcrumbs play would be to stick with Zelda.
Yeah, no, so, that is the big play right now. You need to stay in Zelda. Because, more likely we might find Varia and Speed Booster on the way before we get Flippers. If we follow the logic chain.
Now, that's not to say that Raikou will not find a great item doing what he's doing. He just needs to remember that all of this he's doing right now is out of logic until he finds Flippers. Just missiles for Solski. Charge beam.
Yeah, that's a nice thing to have now. That means the runners don't need to worry about ammo counts. They will need to still worry about their power bomb count, but their missile counts are not as important. Just appreciate it.
Wesker pointing out that if Flippers are at morph. And Ether.
Ooh, that could be big.
And it looks like Solski is headed to do the Dark Escape Sewers. Of course, he knows that there has to be an item there. He's found the map and the key already. Raikou, meanwhile, is headed down Terminator. He just finds a heart piece. All right, good play here by Raikou, checking the back of Gauntlet. Not only do you get your power bombs back from those two little frog things, but that lets you know whether you can just stop at the front or you need to go all the way through. That's a basic play I like to do.
Dark Cross is only a missile pack right now. And I think Solski is going to stay in Link to the Past. I mean, he can still do Dark Mountain. He can do Hera. There's still checks and Easterns to do. I think he's going to check Meyer.
Yeah, that's a good play. I like that. Go ahead and find out what his medallion is. Dark
Green
World
pendant,
check.
Mire. Red pendant, Swamp. Blue pendant is Total Rock. I did not see the 5 and 6.
No, I saw Turtle Rock as the 5.
No, I mean Thieves Town. Thieves Town was blue. My bad. And then the regular crystals for the rest.
And what was Meyer, chat?
Green pendant.
Okay. No, I meant the medallion.
Oh, my bad.
Was that
Fire
Rod?
Rod. That was Fire Rod. That's big. That now, I mean, Ice Palace, Skullwoods, and Turtle Rock. Love seeing that right now. Solski's in a really good position right now because he stayed in Link to the Past. Mind you, we're still only 20 minutes into this race. Anything can still happen in the next 3 hours.
All right. Raikou just found a little bit of ammo. We'll see what's at the top at early supers.
Ether is for Meyer, and Solski is going to do his first Super Metroid treks in Lord Norfair.
Lamp!
Woo! Doing a quick lava dive to get some fire.
Well, that's a good convenience item. He already had.
Full clear desert.
That's
he has
right.
Fire sources. Oh man, that Ryan right there. Ah.
And he's doing the key steal. And Raikou finding Varia. And another E-Tank. That's a pretty big find. Maybe out of logic, but that's a huge find. That gives him, basically, he's got access to everywhere in Super Metroid now. Desert is boots locked.
We are Das Boots locked. But we can still try and hope for 2 items there, and then come back here when we find the boots. By the way, we have added the boots and the flipper to the tracker yesterday. Very nice ads. They look very nice up there.
And Solski did find the small key, so he will get his check. I missed what was in that first chest.
It was 20 rupees. So there is still one more item here, and it's super.
There it
so
is.
There is nothing else in desert. So we found the 2 items in deserts. We're just going to have to come back here once we find the boots. I think we're going to Tower Hera now, which we can now full clear Hera, even if there's an item in the basement. We also have the lamp, so this is in logic.
Yeah, Solski's in a really good spot right now because he can knock out some crystals.
Yeah, sometimes sequence breaking works out for you. Sometimes you get trolled by your own sequence breaking sometimes.
So far, Raikou not finding anything in Big Pink. Down at Charge, he's going to get
the boots! Oh! We were just talking about how we needed those.
Now that tells me that flippers need to be showing up sometime here soon. I would expect Solski to find them because all of this is behind flippers because Morph was at Hobo. Now that one good thing for Raikou, that means when he visits Desert, assuming he does the same checks, and I have no reason to think he won't, he can go ahead and clear the desert and not have to return.
Yeah, no, that's a really good item for Raikou to have. Again, like we say that Solski's in a good position, which he is, because he's found more items than Raikou has because he's been keeping to logic for the most part. But I mean, this game's not over until one person is in go mode and is going to Ganon's tower, and we can see, you know, who really has the upper hand. I mean, things can change at any time during this race. Swamp. Misery Mire was the green pendant. Swamp was red pendant, and Thieves Town was blue pendant.
All right, Solski doing looks like a death warp there.
He was just trying to recover his health. He only had 1 heart.
Yeah. Oh no, standard. All right. So we do unless Big Key is in this top middle chest. We'll see. It would have required the basement. I'm looking for. Nope, it's in top middle chest.
Which doesn't mean there's 2 items in Tower Hera. We may still have to go into the basement, have a tea time, and burn some torches in order to get the other one.
Usually, it seems to me like when you find those fire sources that early, you typically wind up having to go there. Raikou, meanwhile, has basically just found ammo and, except for the boots, ammo and energy for Super Metroid. But having screw attack and space jump is going to make this X-ray check pretty painless for him if he stops jumping on the spikes, that is. Oh, Raikou has Ice Rod.
I didn't see it, but sometimes the chat sees us, we don't see. Oh man, the 2 items are just 2 rupees, 1 red, 1 blue in Terra. But we're going to go see, go and have if I can speak, have our first boss kill. We're going to see Troydorm and finish him off.
Now, Raikou really benefiting from that find on that Varia suit because gravity does not protect you from environmental damage. Spikes are environmental damage. So he would have gotten hurt a lot more bouncing on those spikes if he didn't have Varia.
Solski is having some fun. He goes down the wrong hole. He falls all the way down.
Troydorm has been on a roll this week, I've got to say. All right, Raikou checking Spazer. Or as many like to call it, the Steffi Beam, just getting 20 rupees for his trouble. Technically, yes. No. Once he finds flippers, he can be, because at this point he has no access to get to Dragon without the flippers.
Yeah, we need speed boosters or we need flippers and Dark World access.
Yeah, he's going to need speed booster or ice, because you can't ice clip.
Solski adding an extra explosion. And the first boss is down. Solski gets his crystal. Now he's done all of West Death Mountain, so what will his next play be?
Shady, technically, yes, but most of the bosses that he's got coming up, Kraid and Fantoon are doable with just Charge Beam. When you get into Dragon and Ridley, you really gonna want some ammo, and you definitely do not want to fight Mother Brain with just Charge Beam.
Right,
seeing a heart.
We're also getting our high jump boots check area. We got arrows, heart container, and the last item is missiles.
So not really much there. Oh. It looks like Raikou may... Oh, nope, he's going to take Kraid to prom.
Real space aliens have curves, damn it.
Wow. And it looks like Solski's going to head up there and hold his hand some more. Or we may get a high five this time. All right, and Raikou, good job. With his last missile, Brings Craig down.
He's going to need to collect some of those flying bombs before getting out of that room.
Yes, absolutely. And he's rewarded with a 5-bomb upgrade. Don't tell you what you want to do. Okay, Ms. M. And the high five while Solski heads into his Kraid fight.
Now we're going to get 2 for 2 for Dancing Kraid.
I don't know. Depends. They have charge beam, so either technique that you use for the Kraid quick. There's 2 generally accepted ones: the missile type and the charge beam. And then there's that.
That's the quick kill. That's the quick kill.
That is definitely the quick kill. Well, Ms. M, you feel free to fight Mother Brain with just charge beam all you want. Me personally, I'm coming packed if I can. Because that lady is nasty. All right, so Raikou heading back down. I'm expecting him to push the advantage that he got from finding Varia and do so. No, he is headed back to Zelda. This is interesting. Oh, yeah, he found those boots.
Now we know he needs to get to Meyer so he can get himself a lamp and the fire rod. But he may be going just up to do Hera right now.
Yep, and I wonder, did he forget that he has boots?
I think he did because he's not running around.
Solski is cracking the tube to head into Meridia. Interesting. I don't think either runner has checked Blue Bryn yet, have they?
No, they haven't.
Okay.
Last night, Blue Bryn was loaded. It was boots and arrows and red cane.
Really?
It was a nice Blue Bryn, and one runner avoided it for like 2 hours.
Raikou doing his high jump check. Okay, I see what he was doing. He was just doing a quick check at Hera to see if there's anything there that would help him out. But I'm expecting him, because he lectured on this, to push the advantage that he got from finding Varia. I expect him to go ahead and go through and either go straight to Lower Norfair or clear Upper Norfair and head down. Solski trying to check what's in the wall. It is a missile.
So it looks like we're going to get some Bubble Mountain checks from Raikou.
Yep, he's headed that way, which I agree. Solski, meanwhile, is going to check the front of Meridia. At this point, he can check the beach, watering hole. He can clip Aqueduct if he so feels inclined, and he can check the 2 sand pits.
Yeah, he
but
will.
Without finding ice or speed, he won't be able to get any farther than that.
Yeah, because in order to get to Batoon, you need to either do the ice clip or logically the speed booster.
Yes. Now there is a crystal flash clip, but I think you need bombs for that. Regular bombs to pull that off. Our tracker can verify that for me. Waterway watering hole, just a missile pack, some rupees.
Now, speaking of our tracker, give Wesker a follow. He's doing a good job so far tracking this heavy loaded front of this seed. Don't forget to give these runners a follow too. They're putting on a great show already. A very strong start. I'm expecting this to go down to the wire.
Yeah, because they definitely seem to have 2 very different approaches to how they want to handle this. And honestly, from what I can tell, both of their calls is correct based on what they have.
Oh, Quake. Yeah, no, if it wasn't for Raiko finding ice and not flippers, but boots and Quake, he wouldn't, like, I would not have been a big fan of his going straight to Super Metroid when he had all of Dark World to explore.
Yeah. Not to mention the Varia suit. That was a pretty key find.
We're snell clipping.
Yep. And he's got an E-tank. And what else? Just some power bombs.
Not that bad. We got 4 more checks down here with the sand pits. No one likes going down the sand pits, but we're going to get a save first.
Really, still, this is a great play. Go ahead and get this out of the way. Get your tedious stuff out of the way. I like this. Raikou is checking Speed Booster Alley. He's just got a 50 rupees up top. Turns his nose up at that. And just a missile pack.
First sand pit is missile and bombs. So I see a reset here happening.
Yeah, I noticed in a lot of these cities you find gravity early, and I'm usually resistant to head straight to Meridia because so many times there's a lot of checks there, sure, but I hate to go in when I can't get all the way through yet. And if it's something like this where you're not finding anything, it's a huge time sink. It really is. Meridia is my least favorite area in Super Metroid. Respect to all of y'all that talk about the cool music in the community, which to me that doesn't make up for the big wet bag of suck that Meridia is, but that's just my opinion. All right, neither sand pit holding anything. I couldn't tell. Did Raikou check the wave? Yeah, he did. Okay. Solski piecing out of Meridia. Did I lose you, Kuchiri? All right, it looks like Solski is heading up through the top. He's going to come out in Red Tower. Raikou is electing to not go down. He's coming back out.
I think Raikou should be going to not Super Metroid, but Link to the Past sometime soon to start getting some of his checks going, because he has a lot of Link to the Past that he can do right now. With the bow, well, no, they don't have the bow, my bad. With the flute and mitts, I mean, it's all up, like, it's all everywhere, basically.
All right, and it looks like Raikou is going to push Meridia, and we know he's not going to find much. I'm with you. I think with all that, plus the boots, Raikou's found the boots. I'm thinking I would have given Zelda a pull, and he's got all the Dark World he can get to. That's
Yeah, I mean, I know Thieves Town is a pendant, but there's still 4 items in Thieves Town. And you go to Meyer, you get your Fire Rod, you dip Lord Norfair, and you get your lamp. I mean, you know, you have a lot more stuff you can do. I don't know. Right now, I don't see much purpose to Super Metroid this seed so far, since almost like hundreds of checks are available right now linked to the pass.
Solski making the wreck ship play, it looks like, and it's a small risk because he doesn't have speed booster. There is a small chance that there could be something at wreck ship reserve, which you must have speed booster to get. But other than that, he can full clear it with what he has. So he will have Meridia and wreck ship out of the way, which are two of the iffier propositions in Super Metroid.
Book. Ooh. Now we know, with the mirror access, they can color desert. But what book does open up though is Ether tablet and Bombo's tablet whenever they get the Master Sword.
Yes. All right, Solski heading in to fight the ghost. Raikou's going to go check watering hole. We know he's not going to be happy with what he finds there. Now, this is an interesting fight with Solski. He does have screw attack, which is good. He does not have Varia, so those Phantom Flames will hurt him, just as if he didn't have a suit. They hurt pretty bad. So he's going to have to be a little careful here. But he can always use screw attack and just screw through the flames and Phantom himself.
Phantom playing nice a little bit already. Already looking a little red.
Solski started that stopper a little soon. Covered nicely though.
Nice
nicely
fight. So Solski takes the 3-1 boss lead right now. And we'll be able to explore all the wreck ship. Go ahead.
Oh, I didn't know. Flames, they count flames as enemy damage, not environmental, huh? Okay. I guess because they come from Phantom, they're considered enemy damage. Raikou checking these sand pits. Again, we know he's not going to find anything helpful. And using his last power bomb there. Of course, he's
going to reset, so I mean...
Now, at this point, power bomb management is a thing. And you see Solski grabbing his there. Now, another small thing. If they have 15 power bombs, then they don't really have to find Ice Beam to get through to get through Turian in one shot. To not have to count any drops, you need 3 packs of power bombs.
So far, wreck ship is looking kind of empty so far. We still got the attic and the reserve. Another reserve, the energy tank, right?
Yeah, he's got to go through Spiky Death Room. That's why you're seeing this save here. Not only in case he dies, because I know the spikes are environmental damage. The spikes on the floor do 100. The fallen spikes do 200. So they are pretty rough. But also, if he gets over to wreck ship E-Tank, finds nothing, he can just reset and not have to go back through here.
He gets through that Spiky Death Room super easy with the space jump and screw attack. So I'm going to go ahead and go up here. We're going to see what's up here.
Just an E-Tank. And it looks like he's going to keep it. Nope. Okay.
Never mind. It was like, that's too vanilla for me. Let's get out of here.
have we had a red tower check yet?
We had some. I know we checked Alpha Power Bombs.
Okay.
And I think we did check X-ray.
Raikou wanting to farm a couple of power bombs. Interesting thing, if you drop a power bomb right there on that platform that he shot, it'll open up that door above you and kill 2 of those little crawling worms that have like 100% drop rate on power bombs. And then you can farm them again coming back out. Solski dealing with not the worst room in the game, but the most aggravating room in the game, the robot room. There's our bottle.
Yeah, so now Sick Kid's in play. Well, Sick Kid is out of Logic right now. I'm sure there might be a bottle in one of the dungeons that is in Logic, but Solski now has an incentive to go back to Link to the Past.
Yes, he did, Wesker.
No, I think they both got the missile pack because Solski farmed the well and got his he had the 120 rupees leaving the well.
Oh, that's right. And just a heart container at Wreck Ship Reserve. Solski is glad to see that because it's nothing he'll be forced to come back and get later. It's hard to call right now, Mr. Certainly. I would give Solski a slight edge at this point, yes.
Yeah, Solski has the boss lead, and he has a couple more items than that Raikou doesn't have. Raikou is going over to Wreck Ship. He is adamant that Super Metroid needs to be his play, and we know that's not the case.
Solski zeroing in on his last 2 checks of Wreck Ship. He's going to be entering bowling now. And there's an item at the statue, and then an item at the gravity location, and then he's got it full cleared.
Got a little bit of a break first.
Yep, this is the Super Metroid coffee break. Raikou fixing to find his book at First Missiles.
Maybe he'll take that as a hint to go to Link to the Past. You have basically everything you can clear there to clear.
Well, you know, at this point, I don't know. Master Sword.
That's going to be Raikou's first sword once he gets to it, too.
That's right, because he still has not done Back of Escape. And some more power bombs.
No, Raikou's also out of power bombs, by the way.
That could be bad. It's very rare. There are times when Fantoon does not drop any. And if that is the case, he will be soft locked. I do not. No. I hope I didn't commentator curse him.
Oh, and he hasn't saved since Meridia.
No, he hasn't. The good news being, though, he's not really going to lose much if that happens. I don't think that will happen. But he's not really found much of anything. Hey, Elmvaria is at Edicune, right before the super missile door. Solski finding his charge beam.
And Raikou rages Fantoon.
Not a big deal for him. He has screw attack. He can just screw right through the flames. And Solski doing a gauntlet check. I believe this will be our first look at the front gauntlet. Oh yes, Phantoon can drop power bombs. I'm just saying there are rare cases where he doesn't.
And if he doesn't, it's a soft lock, and Raiko has just spent the last 5 minutes getting himself stuck.
Solski's going to go ahead through. We know he's going to find, I believe it was a full heart container and something else, nothing progressive, but the heart container is a convenient. Oh, power bombs. Okay, of course. And so is Raikou getting one power bomb?
He gets one. I think he leaves Rek's ship now, goes back to the ship, and then goes to Link to the Past.
This could still be an issue.
Oh no. Oh, he's just resaying.
And I don't blame him. Because like I said, at this point, the only thing he's found since he saved in Meridia was Book, which is right in the beginning of Rek's ship. So at this point, he can just peace out of Meridia, head straight to ship.
Oh, he also got the shovel from when he did the early speed booster in green.
That's right.
Yeah, he needs to get to Link to Past. Right now, that's where all the progression is.
There's that ice rod. Okay, that's where it. So I would imagine that here in just a minute, Solski is going to find, yep, he's going to find his various suit.
Yeah, right now, if Solski wants, he can clear all the crystal dungeons. Wait, let me look at this real fast. He has Mitts, he has Kane, he has Fire for Skull Woods. He has Bow. He needs to find Bow. That's the only thing he has left to find is Bow.
And he is in go mode?
Basically. Yeah, no, he has Ice and Ice Fire and Red Cane for Turtle Rock. He has Fire for Ice Palace. He has Fire Rod for Skull Woods. We need Bow for Palace of Darkness, Bow for Eastern Palace, and Hammer for Palace of Darkness.
All right, and Raikou, it looks like, I think he may be going to the ship to just fill up and save. Because he's going to want that book. He doesn't know that he's going to find Master Sword yet.
Well, he hasn't even found Sword 1. So it would be his first sword.
Oh, wait. Solski also needs Hammer, doesn't he?
Yeah, no, I just said Hammer. I forgot all about Hammer until I looked at Pod. It's rare not getting Hammer early because, you know, usually Hammer's your Dark World access. So when I saw the 3 rods and canes right next to each other in the tracker, I'm like, oh, hey, that's Turtle Rock.
Oh, and he needs his boots for desert.
Which he's going to get his boots here soon.
Yeah, he's about to get those.
In fact, that's going to be his next check here. And like, oh, wait, he's going to check Spore Spawn first. Oh, I don't think Raikou checked Spore Spawn. Raiko with 3 power bombs going back down to Fantoon. He needs to not try this right now.
No, he's fine with 2. No, he actually no.
Yeah, that's if he gets another bomb drum from Fantoon.
Now, what he could have done is no. There was nothing he could do at that point because the other rooms aren't active. None of the rooms where he could actually farm power bombs were active until he defeats Fantoon. And Solski finding the cape. Yeah, it's like Em said, it's really unlikely that he would get 0 on this fight. I think I'd already cursed him with the 1.
And Solski's going to be grabbing his boots.
And he's going to be glad to see those because now he knows he can clear the desert. It's going to open up the Bonk Rocks and the King's Tomb, which, you know, can be a location.
Oh, we're getting Blue Bryn now, too.
Yes, Lumberjack was like trash camo.
It was a missile pack.
More power. Well, this seed has given them plenty of power bombs. I'll give it that. And there's that bottle you were talking about at Ferry.
Yeah, that would have been the in logic bottle. So Sick Kid is in logic. What?
What?
Oh, I think he's going to check. He's probably checking Retro Old Mother Brain first.
Yeah, something. I really don't get this. Or maybe he's just taking a gamble. And it's just a missile pack. Okay, so he's going to head back down now?
I mean, I would have checked that on your way out. Like, you know, you checked.
He opened the door when he first come in. He turned around and opened back out that way.
I would have checked Billing Maze and all that stuff before checking Retro Mother Brain, because you could have just checked Retro Mother Brain and just got on to the rest of your Link to the Past checks. Because right now, I mean, you could go to Bubble Mountain area. Oh, Raiko getting 2 power bombs there.
Okay, so he's good. So he's going to take 1 to get out of here.
And he's going to use
get
1
out
to
above.
bomb
It's
jump.
going to open up that door, the way to that door to the right, and there's going to be 2 bulls in there that he can farm repeatedly if he wants to. And there's another
bottle. Bottle of Brinstar, anyone?
I guess Solski is going to go from here and just go down. He's found that Varia suit, so he's going to push that.
Billy Mays not giving us a good deal today. And Raiko misplacing that power bomb didn't get the full thing blown up. He's out of power bombs.
No, these bulls right here got almost a 100% chance of dropping them for you. So all he has to do is keep resetting the ring. And with screw attack, he can kill them instantly. A missile will kill him instantly. Excuse me just a second. I need to step away for just a minute. I'll be right back, okay?
All right, so Solski finished up Green Hill Zone. I'm going to be moving on past the Beginner's Bridge. Raiko's going to reset from seeing the Vanilla E-Tank. We saw there was nothing over here in X-Ray earlier, but, you know, space jump and screw attack just makes this look easy. And he's out of there. I believe Raikou's about ready to grab more power bombs here. I believe this was a power bomb drop, and it was. So we know Raikou isn't going to find much here in Wreck Ship aside from his first sword. We know if he goes to the back of Escape, he'll find his Red Cane. We know if he goes to Mire, he'll find the Fire Rod, and dipping Lower Norfair will get him the land.
Okay, sorry about that.
You're fine. Looks like Solski is going to go towards Upper Norfair. We're going to get our Bubble Mountain checks. He may also go say hi to Crocomire and see what 5 items Crocomire is holding today.
All right, so he's going to check Ice Beam. I'm assuming that since both of them are on paths that the other one's already been on, this Ice Beam check is the only original thing that's been checked since I was gone.
Yeah, I don't think Raikou checked this when he came here. I don't remember.
And it's just, was that a 5 or a 20 rupee?
That was a 20. That was nice and red. But, you know, pallets, it could have been a 5. You know, green potions sometimes show up red in this game.
Which is odd. All right, so he will check the Crumble Shaft item. Unless the Crumble Shaft item is Speed Booster, he will have to turn around and backtrack, because that's your only way on down through to Croc is with Speed Booster. And it's just, I believe that's a single rupee, right?
That's a single rupee.
If you ask me, that's worse than the single arrow. At least the arrow will kill an enemy.
Yeah. Some people have called those validation rupees.
Ah. And Solski heading back into Zelda.
Which again makes sense. I mean, he can check a bunch of dungeons, check a bunch of areas, Sick Kid, all kinds of Dark World checks. He has boots now. He can actually do Mire.
And Desert.
And Desert. I think he's going to do Desert first.
No, it looks like he's heading the back way into Lower Norfair. Now, this is interesting. He has not checked GT at all. And I think he just realized that.
Yeah, he doesn't have that many supers. He does have a charge beam, but he doesn't have any anything additional with the beam that will help out.
That's not really important. What he's going to do now is just reset. That'll put him back to the ship, go right down and take the portal back into Zelda, and he can flute right back to Mire.
Yeah, that was a good dip.
That's a standard check to let you know if anything's above that crumble bridge that is, of course, space jump block. You can get it, but you have to go a long way around. That just lets him know he can skip the whole GT area. Well, Mega Man, it's actually faster to go Lower Norfair first and then check Bubble Mountain when you come out.
Yeah, the Ridley Escape literally puts you into into Bubble Mountain, Upper Norfair.
Yeah, right there outside the door to double chamber at the wave gate area, the wave beam area.
Yeah, I'm kind of disappointed these runners aren't doing their Links to the Past checks. I wonder if it's because they believe if they get their Super Metroid checks done first, then they can make up any kind of gaps in Links to the Past. I mean,
maybe I don't know if they've forgotten that. Somebody point out in chat, all of this they're doing right now is out of logic. Flippers show up somewhere.
that's true. I mean, yeah, because they fake flippered the morph ball. I think Raikou's finally going back to Links to the Past. He has a lot of stuff he can do there, or he's going Blueprint.
He hasn't checked it yet, so this makes sense. Solski, meanwhile, is going right back to my area. Yep. Okay. Now we're probably going to see him dip desert for sure. Do you think he'll do Mire at being a pendant?
It's green pendant, so that means it will be 3 items. Hell no, he's going back to Lure Norfair. He's going to fight Redley and get done with this.
Oh. Well, okay, I guess that's... If he's... Evidently his mind is to go ahead and get Super Metroid out of the way. Although, at this point, he is not able to do all of the checks. But he can check all... He can clear out all of North. So, I guess that makes sense. I find it odd that they're not pushing Zelda.
Yeah, no, these are both Zelda runners, and the fact that they have like 80% Link to the Past they can do right now, and they're not doing it is kind of baffling me right now. The only thing I can think of is they believe they need to finish Super Metroid first and make up any gaps that they fell behind in with Super Metroid. That's the only thing I can see right now why they're staying with Super Metroid, even though this is out of logic.
Gotcha. All right, Raikou finding out that Billy Mays not helpful. Solski headed through Wasteland. Gonna go ahead and check Power Bombs of Shame. Just a missile pack. Wow, this has been a pretty empty Super Metroid here.
It has. No, it really has been. Aside from Ice Rod, Boots, which we both needed both of them, I really don't think there's been anything real important here, unless Quake is one of the unless Quake's needed for Turtle Rock.
True.
Raikou doing the few checks he missed in Pink Bren, like the Spore Spawn skip, and I don't think he did Wave Beam skip either. I guess Cape was here too. If there was something on in Bumper Ledge, that'd be big. Oh, Solski is going right into Ridley without farming up.
No, he's good. He's good with this. He's got more than enough supers. It takes 6 missiles to make up for a super, because supers do double damage to Ridley. So he's got enough missiles for 6 more supers worth of damage, and he's got 25 power bombs. He's fine.
He's having a super nice fight regardless. And it's over.
Very good job.
Wow. It doesn't get that much quicker to kill Ridley. Well, there's a shield hiding behind Ridley. Once Solski's done here, Lord Norfair, he's going to be basically going back to Link's Past because the only way he can get to Dragon is through Link's Past right now until they find Speed Booster.
Yeah, he can check Bubble Mountain, but I think Raikou has already done that, and there sure wasn't much there for him.
It was just some bacon with Quake. That was about it.
Yeah.
Which again, if Quake is the Turtle Rock medallion needed, that Quake is required.
Yes.
But Solski's going to be checking Bubble Mountain and be getting that Quake as well.
You need speed or ice to get to Dragon until they have flippers. They can always backdoor Meridia once they have the flippers.
And that's actually what these runners should be looking for right now, just so they can make sure they can complete the logic chain. And Raikou's back into Link to the Past. It's been a while, buddy.
Yeah.
He's going to do the Dark Death Mountain real fast to get the old man back to his place.
Which is no problem for him. This is one of the easier dark rooms. It was the first dark room I learned.
We still can't check East Death Mountain yet because we don't have Hammer or Hookshot. Oh, that means we also can't get to Turtle Rock. But once we find Hammer, we can get there.
Yeah.
And Solski's out Lower Norfair. He's almost to Upper Norfair. Gotta get through the Three Musketeer room, I believe. That's next.
Just some rupees. Solski gonna take those.
I mean, he has all kinds of bottles now. It'd be nice to fill them with blue goo.
And just a +10 arrows. Okay.
Oh, we're getting our sick kid check. Grapple!
He does not want to see that.
Oh, well, Shack Tool's in play now, guys.
And that is the only thing that it puts in play. The thing is that bait or what? You know?
I would clear as much stuff you can right now in Link's Pass.
Oh, absolutely.
I mean, you can now do Bag of Escape, so Raikou's going to get his Master Sword and his Raid Cane now.
All right, yes.
And
he already has his book, so he'll be able to check the tablets now.
So, we didn't see anything in Lower Norfair, so if Raikou hits Go mode before going to Ridley, all I have to do is beat Ridley and get out. Same with Dragon. So, that might be where Raikou regains some of his time at. But we know he needs to get to Meyer to basically tie Solski right now in items.
Yeah, now I don't know how comfortable is Raikou in doing the dark room. Because he'll have to do, if he doesn't check at least GT, he's not going to find Lamp. So can he do the dark rooms?
I believe he can. I mean, he's been running. He's a more comfortable Link to the Past runner. Both of these runners are primarily Link to the Past runners, which
gotcha.
I'm confused why they're sticking so far into Super Metroid. I'm taking the assumption they wanted to clear Super Metroid first, then use their Link to the Past skills to bridge any gaps that there were.
You know, you're probably right. They probably both view the Super Metroid side as their weakness, so they're trying to get it out of the way and go back and finish with their strong suit. Which you know, that's not a bad strategy to have. It just seems like both of them have the same strategy.
Chad is pointing out that Raiko did not check any of the dash boots locations right next to Sanctuary, which may come back to bite him. Solski is going to be grabbing his Quake here soon.
And he's going to grab it now. Okay, so Solski, all right. I'm not sure. It looked like he's headed Croc for a second, but I'm wondering if he's just checking this lava missile item first. Yeah, that looks like what he's doing.
Raiko did get to his ether. Is going to go to the Dark Cross to get his missile pack.
And he's going to do it dark.
And Solski's back to Link's Pass. Crocomire has yet to be checked. There's still a few items behind Crocomire we don't know about.
Yeah, I believe Crocomire, the back part of Meridia, including Shacktool, Waterway.
Anything speed booster locked right now is also Shaft Supers is also in play. If we find speed booster, and Solski is going straight to Skullwoods. He can full clear it.
Yeah, I expect him to full clear it. Maybe do a ped check when he gets to the end there.
Looks like Raiko's doing the same play, but he won't have the ability to full clear because he doesn't have the fire rod.
Oh. Just the compass in the first chest.
Oh, actually, Raiko's going to dip Thieves Town, maybe? Yeah, he's taking a quick look. These pendant dungeons, pendant Thieves Town is usually something these runners don't want to see. Just because of how accessible Thieves Town is. Yeah, he took a nice long look at that. And he is going to go ahead and go to Skull. Where's he going?
I think.
Oh, he got the cape. Yeah, he got the cape, so he's going to check Bumper Cave real fast.
Looks like he's getting his north checks out. Maybe we'll see him do Bonk Rocks and King's Tomb as well. Okay, just a reserve tank there. No, he's heading back into... Yes, he is. Okay.
He just went the long way around. All right, so these are some checks we haven't seen yet. Bonk Rocks, and then he's probably going to check Graveyard Ledge and Kingston at the same time. Solski taking a... Oh, he has a fairy. I was going to say that was a very unfortunate death to take right there between Skullwoods 1 and 2.
All right, just an E-Tank at Bonk Rocks. But I like this play from Raikou. He doesn't yet have flippers, and he doesn't have hook shot, so he can't wait until he's coming from the other side to get over and do this. So why not come here and combo all of it and get it wiped out? That way he's got north of Kakariko swept. I agree with this.
More E-Tanks.
Unfortunately, not being rewarded for this, but then there's always King's Tomb.
All right, looks like both items are in the back of Skullwood, so we're going to be grabbing both items here and killing ourselves a giant moth. All right, so all the boost locations Kind of dead. Now he's going to go to Meyer get his fire rod. Doesn't look like it.
No, he's heading back into Kakariko. Now we're going to see a Mothula fight from Solski.
Gotta be careful. This is a little rough with only 6 hearts. Because those spikes will do one whole heart, and I think Moth, if you do contact damage, is 2 hearts.
I think he
also
also has a red potion.
He has a red potion and a fairy, so he has safety. Chess game today is Big 20.
And nice job by Solski getting Mothula down. And just 3 bombs.
Now, that means Solski now has a 5-2 boss lead on Raiko.
Yeah, Raiko's going to have to make something happen here pretty quick.
Oh, are we getting pet check, guys? We're getting pet check!
Spring ball at Sea House.
Oh, cash. Well, Ped is dead. I think there's another item in Skull Woods. The chest that's in... Because I don't think he got the 2 items in Skull Woods. That might be something that might come back to buy him later.
It just might. Because you're right, he did not get that chest that's down at the bottom when you first enter Mothula's lair. Oh, 5 rupees was the big chest?
Oh, the big chest was 5 rupees?
Okay, thanks,
I didn't see. Okay, so he did get the 2 items then. All right, my bad. I did not. I thought the 2 items were in there. My bad.
All right, Raikou getting his big key. And finally, the compass.
Now let's see how much more of Thieves Town Raiko wants to do, because this is a blue pendant. He doesn't know that Ped's dead, but you know Ped might still be alive for him. Looks like Solski is going to check Graveyard Ledge and King's Tomb, or not. Grumpy Fish check? Oh no, he's going to Meridia.
Solski just doing the water walk to Meridia. Good call, Wesker.
Yeah, there's only a few items he can get here from the back door, and he'll have a fight against Dragon and be done with Super Metroid until he decides to beat Mother Brain. Or until they find Speed Booster.
Well, he can... Let's see.
Well, Raiko can now... Sorry.
No, you go ahead.
I was going to say, Raiko found his 3rd medallion, so it doesn't matter what Turtle Rock is. He can now go into it. What were you going to say? Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
He can clear everything but Shack Tool at this point. Solski. He can check everything but Shack Tool.
Yeah, and Meridia. And then Speed Booster is still required for Waterway and Brinstar and Shaft Supers.
Yes.
Raiko is not going to be able to get the big chest because he doesn't have hammer.
And I believe there is an item in that chest, is there not?
There may be. I haven't been counting items on his side.
Well, he already has a small key, so that was one of the chests in the front. The big key was another of the chests. The compass was another, so that was only one possible item. And then he just found... Yeah, there has to be an item in the big chest. Trolley would be hammer on blind.
Oh, if Hammer's on blind, Solski may not fight blind for the longest time.
Yes.
Because he knows Pet is dead. And he may go ahead and start dipping other dungeons he can complete first. Raiko's taking death, but he has a fairy. He hasn't used his fairy yet, don't worry.
That's right.
And he has cape, but no... And he also has a red potion. Doesn't matter, blind's dead.
He's got this. And just a missile pack on blind. Alright, so Solski heading into his Dragon fight. He's going to have to do it the old-fashioned way. With ammo and charge beams. Probably he's going to rely heavily on... It's like Raikou is going to...
I don't know what Raikou... Raikou, you okay, buddy?
Look behind you, you're missing something. Alright, I guess he's going to go down and do the digging game. Good call, because you can't do that with the frog with you or with the purple chest with you. Solski taking care of Dragon in quick fashion. Good job.
That's his fourth and final Super Metroid boss, so after seeing the single arrow... I don't know if that's the single arrow or the hook shot. I've heard stories from Zelnas.
That was the single arrow, I promise you. So now all Solski has to do is check plasma, and he's done everything in Meridia that he can. Boomerang at the digging game. Raikou bringing a friend along.
Oh, he's not even checking. He's not even checking plasma.
Nah,
he's just
peacing out.
Yeah, no. Super Metroid was mostly a bust except for Ice Rod and Boots this time around.
Yeah, I think they also got what, Book?
Book and Quake.
Yeah.
But we haven't seen what Book is locking yet, and we haven't seen what's on Turtle Rock. So, I mean, if it's Ether or Bombos, then the only thing that Super Metroid was good for this siege was Boots and Red.
Raikou has powder, right?
Raikou does have powder.
I would have expected to see a powder check there. A mad batter check.
Oh, we got St. Von Jester with the raid. Thank you for the raid. K45 is up next on Raikou's radar. Oh, he also has a shovel, so he can do a lot of stuff here. He can do this and Stumpy to flute check.
Just 3 bombs. K45. Solski getting his big 20 from the chess game. No, you can't run, buddy. Not with a chest.
Stumpy giving some love. Oh!
The bow!
That's nice. both being found right there, super nice. That means Eastern can be done. And all we need is a hammer now, basically. Now, that was a big find. And we still haven't checked Hype Cave yet either. Like, for the last hour, we've been seeing all of Super Metroid, guys.
Yes.
This is Links to the Past. This is the other game in this combo randomizer. If you forgot that this is a combo randomizer.
We haven't seen Hype Cave or Pyramid or the Catfish Check. And Morph Ball Bombs. Okay. And now Raikou's going to check that Bombos tablet.
Only a big 20.
Only a big 20.
Now, Solski dipped out of Thief's Town early. He just checked the first 4 and got out. So he's going to get his grapple beam from Sick Kid, and Raikou is going to go ahead and do Hype Cave. And we still need flips. Almost all Super Metroid was done out of logic, by the way, guys, because we didn't have flippers.
I'm thinking they're going to be here.
Big 20 is the first item in Hype Cave. We got 4 more items in Hype Cave. Followed by flippers! Big 20. Missile and big 20. So that flipper just re-added everything we just saw in Super Metroid together. So...
So Raikou now,
if he goes to Meyer and he gets his fire rod, and then gets his, he's going to get his fire rod here.
All right.
So Raikou is now going to be in the item lead. He still has a few more bosses to kill. He's down 6 bosses to 2. So he still has some catching up to do. But if he gets go mode, the 2 bosses that's left is just 2 quick checks. So
yeah, because we know that Solski has already done Lower Norfair.
Yeah, so right now Raikou is in an item lead. But see, Solski's going to be getting that bow here soon. And he's going to be able to do Eastern and Desert and Ice Palace in quick succession.
All right, Raikou getting his big key.
Now we know there's no good items in Desert because Solski already found items, so this will be a dungeon item in the big chest here.
I think it's the small key.
No, it's a dungeon
map.
Because it's a big 20 in the key before Vanilla Big Key. The chest before Vanilla Big Keys. And then Vanilla Big Key is a blue. Yeah, Chad is pointing out Solski has done more. He's killed all 4 Super Metroid bosses and has 2 crystals to his name. Raikou has only killed 2 Super Metroid bosses and has yet to get a crystal to his name. And Solski is about ready to grab his bow to tie the items. They'll have all the same items here in just a second.
Except Solski already has the lamp, so while I'm sure he can do the dark rooms, he won't have to clear Eastern. And Pod is a crystal, is that correct?
Pod is also a crystal. So we need hammer for both Turok and Pod.
And Pod, yeah.
But I mean, hammer could be an Eastern. We have yet to see Eastern. Hammer can also be a nice palace.
I have a question. Is Mad Battering logic when you have the powder and mirror?
Yes, because you can pick up the mitts, you can pick up the the Blackstone and Dark Blacksmiths. Go over past the hammer location, mirror to Light World, jump into the well, and then get the mad batter.
Oh yeah, I know that. You leave, you're abandoning, but with them having the boots and the mitts, they can just skip right back up to the top of Kakariko and get it back. I'm just wondering because neither one of the runners have done that, and I thought it would be a little trolly to have Hammer locked behind Mad Batter.
Yeah, it could. I mean, yeah, Solski's going to be doing all the same check Raiko is now. He could probably just go ahead and jump over to Desert while he's there and finish that off. Nope, Solski's also going to be doing his Hype Cave to get his flippers. Now, really trolly location for the hammer will be in the first chest of Swamp Palace.
Oh, yeah.
Because they don't have hammer, so they can only check one check in Swamp Palace. And no one ever wants to go into a pin in Swamp Palace. Anyway, so Raiko gets his first crystal on the board an hour 30 in.
Vamos, I think, was in Thieves Town.
It is, yep. In the attic of Thieves Town. In the light room.
That's interesting because if Turtle Rock is locked with Vamos,
it may be a while before Solski gets there. We can't even tell because we need either hammer or hook shot to get to that part of Turtle Rock. So, I mean, it may be a while before we get there. Solski's taking a long way around to get to Palace of Darkness. He can also check Pyramid here as well if he wants to. And that's what he's doing. Or he can go up to Grumpy Fish. There will be nothing good in Pyramid Fairy because we'll be in go mode before we get to get both our 5-6 crystals. Is Raiko going to dip Meyer?
Looks like.
Again, this is 3 items that Raiko can get. He didn't get his lamp, so the dark room is going to be a pain in the butt. I did not see what was on Pyramid.
Aren't there only 2 items in Meyer?
There is, but because this is a green pendant,
okay.
Pendant is the 3rd item from Shirashila.
Well, I won't discount that. I did one last night where Varia pendant item.
Yeah,
that's Sahasra.
The race before this one, Shirashila, was Quake, which was required. One of the runners were in go mode and skipped everything. And then when they found Turtle Rock was Quake, was basically too far behind at that point in time. Raiko can do most of Meyer. He doesn't have the lamp, so the dark rooms are going to be a little bit difficult for him because he didn't dip into GT to grab the lamp. And this is our first time in Eastern.
So Raikou, interestingly enough, choosing to dip the pendant, he must feel behind at this point.
Yeah, no, I mean, 90 minutes in, you finally cleared your first crystal. I mean, this is one of those seas that these runners should have been clearing Zelda dungeons, trying to find items before they even dip Super Metroid.
And he scores the big key.
So does Solski. So it's going to be a quick. If he can find the 3 items before going to the vanilla big key location, he won't have to take that nice long lap around.
And Raikou finding one of the items. it being a reserve tank. He's not really happy about that. I think he's hoping for a big find here.
There's a missile, so there's one more item left in Eastern, I believe, or 2. I didn't see what the first item was.
And a full heart container. That looks like that's the sanctuary heart. Oh, Raikou just getting around there without the hook shot.
Gets a burrito for his trouble. And he's going to be doing the fire locked rooms, I believe. Or not the fire locked room, but the cutscene room. He already did one of the fire locked rooms already.
And Solski. All right, so Armos Knights has the last item, I believe.
Yeah, he would not have checked that chest if the first item wasn't wasn't a dungeon item.
All right, Solski on his way to Armos. Raikou is gonna finish that cutscene, and it's just a super missile pack.
Oh yeah, he's getting out of there. He doesn't want to do the dark rooms, even though this is a green pendant dungeon.
Now, if he checks GT right now, which he's going to, he's about to find his lamp. And it looks like he's going to head. There you go. He's going to go ahead and check GT. He's going to find that there's nothing there for him. But that's fine. That's knowledge. Better to check now. All right, just a boomerang. There you go. You don't even want to do this far.
Yeah, Solski's just extending his lead right now.
Yeah.
He's going to go ahead and dip pod while he's here. Hoping he's going to find a hammer.
Which is not unreasonable.
I mean, that's vanilla. I would have laughed if that was hammer.
I believe, if I'm not mistaken, you only have to have hammer for your final approach to Helmasaur, right?
Yeah, no, you can clear the business half of this mullet out without the hammer.
Okay.
You just really need the bow for a couple of checks.
Yeah, Raikou resetting.
I think he's going to clear all Lower Norfair. And we know he doesn't need to.
See, what I like to do when I jump down and there's an item there in GT, you just jump back up, go through the portal, then come back through the portal and go do your GT check. You know, that way your lamp is saved. Or whatever item you have there is saved. Which is probably...
No, he's not even picking up the lamp again.
I think he's forgotten that he lost it.
Yeah, not a good play right here, but no, he's going to clear all Lower Norfair. He's going to be spending the next 15 minutes doing that. While that's going on, if Solski doesn't find his hammer here, he'll probably clear out Ice Palace. Looking for it.
Thanks, Maniacal. I learned that lesson doing exactly what Raikou just setting and forgetting that I lost that item. So far it's been a key fest in Pod for Solski, which nothing new there.
Yeah, there's 6 small keys in this dungeon. You can get all the chests with 5, but you know you're more likely going to find all the keys. But there's still.
There's the map, yeah. So I'm pretty sure we're going to start seeing some items here in a second.
And he has the lamp for the dark maze, which is super nice. It's always nice having the lamp for the dark maze. Oh, hey, Brian's cane. That's gonna be nice.
And the big key. Okay.
He's gonna go ahead and check the 2 items down here, more likely.
Yeah. And there's his other key. So,
Oh, that's 3 items in Dark Maze. That's
yes.
3 items in Dark Maze. So, everyone, get ready for your hype Dark Maze.
Raikou making his approach down towards Ridley. And a missile pack. Solski really wanting to see that hammer.
Oh! All right, now, we may or may not be in go mode right now, guys. It depends on what Turtle Rock is, but right now, 1 hour, 46 minutes, we are in Schrodinger's go mode. We may be in go mode, we may not be in go mode.
For Zelda, I'm just going to go out on a limb and say Solski has no beams yet. He's going to want at least some more ammo from Mother Brain. Because he's also going to need ammo to take out the Zebs. At this point, he can't do an ice skip or a speed Zeb skip. So, but that's huge hammer in Pod.
Yeah, that was a very French vanilla hammer. Wasn't quite vanilla. Yeah, the blocks were down already, Solski. Solski's excited. Yeah, this was you really needed to do all of Link to the Past first, and then Pink Prince Star, then you was basically done. Kind of seed.
Unless Quake.
Well, I mean, we still needed Ice Rod and Boots from Super Metroid, but they were both found in Pink Prince Star. I mean, you could have Go Mode Wrecked Ship, Go Mode Kraid, and all that stuff. I mean, you would have at most spent like 30 minutes in Super Metroid. You still need to find ammo, of course, but yeah.
Wait a minute, can Solski hover? He can he?
Yeah, no, he likes hovering.
Okay.
During the last race, I think I commented for him. He ended up finishing. He was trying to find some items while the other runner was finishing. And so on his stream, we saw him almost hover the entrance to Turtle Rock. Like, he almost made it. He was like, 2 links away from the other end of the first, yeah, I mean, it was crazy.
Raikou electing to pick up that shield. Solski, I mean, with all due respect to Raikou, Solski is in a commanding lead.
Yeah, no. He did not chase the Morph Ball when he first got it. I was saying it about an hour ago. This was a seed you need to just go straight to Link to the Past and just clear the Link to the Past because that's where everything was.
And Solski juicing up, trading out those fairies for some potions. Technically, no, he doesn't have to have them, but
How many, I know it's 20 charge beams with, like, plasma wave charge. How many, like, regular charges does it take to kill Mother Brain?
oh my god. A few hundred, I believe. 600, Wesker? Yeah, I think 600 charge shots.
We may have a decently long Mother Brain fight coming up, guys.
300. 300 charge ice. Exactly a few hundred.
I mean, they'll still have super missiles and regular missiles to, you know, soften her up.
And Solski is go moding ice.
Yeah, no, I don't expect him. No one likes to do full clear of ice.
If you're going to use supers, you need 60 supers to kill Mother Brain 3. 45 supers gets you the catch-up, and then it's 15 more after that. Or equivalent damage with missiles, say.
You know, again, all the beam upgrades might be in Ganon's tower. So, I mean, we still have that coming up, depending on how long it takes for him to find the big key.
Okay.
Using some nice bomb strats there.
I am definitely gonna put that in my pocket. I like that bomb strat there.
And Raikou has finally exited Lower Norfair. He's still at 3 bosses, while Solski is at 8. That's how big of a lead it is right now.
All right, so Solski coming up on his cold stare fight. I saw him fill up those bottles. I'm pretty much expecting him to just fire rod cold stare out of existence as fast as he can.
So right now, the only thing we're not wanting to see is bombos on Turtle Rock. That would be the one thing that would slow Solski's down and make him think, okay, what did I miss?
Very nice cold stare fight by Solski. No kill, no one has made the croc.
And right now, unless there's beams at Croc, there's nothing there of real big importance. Raikou is back to Link to the Past. He can't get to Dragon because he does have speed boost. It looks like he's going to go ahead and make the Hera play. But yeah, now that's his 5th crystal. He is 2 crystals away from going to Ganon's Tower.
Well, up until he did Pod, so they had no way over to Dark East Death Mountain. That hammer is their first access to that. So we at this point, nobody knows what the medallion is for Turtle Rock.
We are getting our ether check though. That's something new here, and it's missiles.
I don't know. That's a good question. Maniacal, you could probably ask it. Do you think Solski will do East Death Mountain before he dips Turtle Rock?
I mean, for me, there is between Dark and Light Death Mountain about just less than 20 checks. I mean, and it's all along the way, so it wouldn't be that big of a time loss.
Well, Maniacal's saying no way.
I mean, right now, if everything goes perfectly, we are looking at like a 235-ish seed right now from Solski.
Super Bunny and maybe Hook Shot. East Death Mountain Light World, no.
Oh, that nice quick kill on Lemos, though. So that's a 6-1, and he's going to go straight to Death Mountain.
Oh, Raikou getting knocked down.
And Turtle Rock is the perfect last crystal dungeon because he's right there next to GT. Now again, this is a match between our two of our 2-0 runners right now. And Solski is making a name for himself for the other 3-0s that he's about ready to be in the pool with. I mean, this is his race to lose right now.
Yeah, he has done a remarkable job with this seed, I have to say.
Now, he's just skipping all the East Death Mountain checks. I think he's prepared to fight Mother Brain with regular charge beams. Now, this is the moment of truth, guys.
Okay, and it is Quake. So Solski is in go mode.
Yeah, he's been, yep. So when I say he was in go mode 146, that was it. An hour 46 go mode. Now, you gotta be feeling really good when you're on your last crystal dungeon in this combo at 2 hours.
With all of your Super Metroid bosses down.
Now, we're literally 4 boss fights away from the end of this race for Solski's side. And it was all because Solski decided to stay in Link to the Past when Raikou decided to do all Super Metroid.
All right, Raikou doing his Skullwoods dip.
Oh, that nice dash cane right there. Speed booster! I mean, it's going to help out during the escape.
That definitely will.
Not many other places.
So I'm guessing the only checks we're going to see from Solski is until he finds, well, until he makes it to Trinex and can get through whether or not he has to check Laser Bridge for the key.
Yeah, he's
and what he searches in GT to find the big key. That's pretty much going to be it for the checks, I think.
Yeah, I mean, he would like to have Temper Sword. He would like to have Plasma at least. Early big keys, massive right now. Question chat: can Ice Beam be in GT? Yes. Anything that does not basically prevent you from being any of the bosses in Super Metroid can be in Ganon's Tower. The only thing can't is usually Charge Beam can never be in Ganon's Tower. Or if you had to use Speed Booster at any point in time to find a good item, that won't be in Ganon's Tower. But one of my races had Screw Attack right next to Space Beam, not Space Beam, Space Jump in the last two chests of the last two chests in Ganon's Tower. So it can be in Ganon's Tower as long as it doesn't impede you from being in Super Metroid.
Okay, Raikou taking a death, having to use a fairy there.
Solski did grab another safety fairy. Having magic powder early is nice. We never did see the bat.
Nope.
I know Solski is in the other randomizer tournament. He probably been practicing like expert, which is why he's probably completely okay with doing the rest of this with 10 Hearts and Green Mail and Master Sword.
I think he said he's been working with Maniacal a lot on Super Metroid too. And that is a great coach to have in Super Metroid is Maniacal.
Oh yeah, no, Maniacal, probably glad that he may not be facing Solski next week when Solski goes 3-0. But there's still a handful of 2-1s in that bracket. I mean, next week is going to be a very interesting week for sure. And we'll find out the pairings right at the end of this race. Mushroom.
I wonder if he'll go check that.
Probably not.
There's his key. And he is going to check this chest. And he gets 10 bombs. Not going for the safety. And we get to see our Trinex fight.
Yeah, we are basically, depending on how fast GT is, this might be a sub 230 seed. I said 235 earlier, but he went through Turtle Rock flawlessly.
All right, we got some hammer action.
Hammer does do tempered damage, so it's a little bit faster than the sword. You just have to be okay with getting that close to him. The ice hit is kind of trolling him real fast. But he is now on the main part of Trinex. He has a safety fairy, don't worry.
Wow, Raikou just now checking Sahasrara. Getting his powder and another. No, that's right. There wasn't a sword there. That was back of escape. Solski didn't have magic.
Oh! I'm pretty sure that would have been nice to have 2 seconds ago. But hey, that's our 7th
He doesn't
crystal.
mind having it now. I can promise you that.
That's our 7th crystal. So we have a game we like to play right about now. In order to get to Agate 2, which gets us to Ganon, we have to find a big key. There's 22 locations the big key can be at. you pick 1 to 22 in the chat, and if you are a subscriber to Speed Gaming or donated 250 bits, you will be. Oh wait, Solski's going to do some checks first. He's giving us sometimes get our responses locked in. Give us some time. But if you're correct, you'll be put on the leaderboard. An Ancient Gamer will tell you a bit time score tonight for being on the leaderboard.
Okay. One for you. And we got a missile pack and X-ray. Not sure what Solski is looking for at this point. I know he can do Master Sword Silverless. Maybe he's looking for a beam. I don't know.
I mean, these tricks are quick, and he has to know he's in a massive lead right now. Oh, that blue mail's nice. That blue mail's nice.
There's some supers. Excuse me, some supers. That's good.
Yeah, he's going to be one of those supers. He's going to go ahead and check hook shot here, I'm sure. Or Super Bunny first. Okay.
That makes sense. Another missile pack.
Oh,
and tempered sword.
Oh, he's happy he did that check. That's going to make everything in GT a little bit easier for him. Now he's like, nah, that tempered's all I need. I'm going straight to GT now.
So here we go. Now, should he stumble across plasma while he's looking for the big key, that would just be gravy.
So we're going to check. Oops, sorry.
No, I was just going to say the same thing as you. You're going to check right side first.
All right, chest number 1 today is our small key, followed by a hook shot.
Hook shot.
Oh, wow. So, yeah, no, definitely Swan Palace is now completely out of the question. Is he so far in the lead, he's just going to do Tile Room? Nah, he's moving on.
All right, so Solski going full right, looks like. Looks like Raikou is going to replenish his fairies.
I like that dash knocking the thing over. Chest number 3 is a small shield. That would have been our red shield. 4 power bombs, 5 missiles, 6 is bombs. So right is not good right now. Gonna go ahead and check the left. Seven is the compass.
Raikou, meanwhile, heading over to Armos Knights. Now, if you're Raikou right now, I'm guessing you're feeling behind, but I don't know that he has any clue that he's far behind.
8 is small key. 9 is a heart container. Now he has 11 hearts. 10 is more arrows. And 11 is map. No, I mean, he's probably thinking he and Solski did the same Ryan choices. So they're now still neck to neck killing these bosses now, looking for the hammer. I'm sure he's probably thinking they're both looking for the hammer right now, right next to each other. 13 is arrows.
That's 13?
Yeah, because torch was 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, no, that's 12. My bad. Sorry. So 13's coming up here in Fire Snake Room. got a little excited there. Only a small key this time around, so we got 14 coming up here in a second. 14, 15, 16, 17 in the randomizer room. And 14 is big money. Piece of Hearts 15. 16 is the Butter Sword. And more money in 17. This is looking like tile room, guys. We also haven't found any beams.
Not one. Looks like Raikou is heading for his catfish check.
All right, we're going to get 18 here.
Bob's chest is an E-tank. All right.
Gotta fight some Armos now. Oh, did we ever see Grumpy Fish? I don't think we saw Grumpy Fish.
I don't know. I guess you're right. I don't think we did. Just a big 20. 19.
More money.
20.
Oh, Vicky is on 20 this time around.
But still no beams. He did pick up some ammo and some more E-tanks.
See, did anyone pick... Oh, that's how you make that bigger. Okay. Did anyone pick 20? No one actually picked 20. Dale would have been the closest with his 16, but he did not subscribe. No, actually, Bell would have been closest. Oh yeah, no, that's big. I also found out how to make my Twitch chat bigger, so I can actually read it now without straining my eyes.
Just press control and scroll.
Yeah, no, I just found that out after so long. Now we're going through the gauntlet now on Solski's side. Raikou now has 4 crystals to his name. He still hasn't killed Dragon. We know he needs to dip Palace of Darkness real fast to grab his hammer, but he may not even go ahead and try and dip it. We know he doesn't have his lamp because he did not re-grab it. Looks like he's going to go to Meridia, though.
Yeah. He might be, and he might chase that grapple beam down. He has not done the backside yet. He still has to do Dragon and all of that. Oh, also, just a word. When you close out that Twitch chat and all the rest of your browsers, the next time you open up your browser, everything may be big. If you don't scroll it back down, just let you know. Oh my! Okay. No, I kind of figured. Wow. Okay.
Today's race is PG-13, guys. Anyway, we're getting close to the end of Gan's Tower. I mean, Solski is still looking like this is going to be a sub 240 at least.
Yeah, catching that speed booster is really going to save him some time on the escape in Super Metroid. Still got a decent little fight coming up. And Raikou heading towards Dragon. Getting his fairy. He's gonna check. Wave beam.
Oh, that does a little bit. Does that add any damage? Or not?
Oh yes, absolutely. You know, if he wants to get creative, he can even do some X
Oh, is
factor.
he going to hover this? Is he going to hover this? No, he's just going to hook shot.
Would you at this time add some more supers? All right, Solski doing some geometry.
Got a good double there.
And
Another double.
Oh, this is looking pretty good here.
Oh!
I cursed him.
That was your fault. I'll let him know that was your fault. Anyway, finishing off Agate, we're going to have ourselves a Ganon fight. There would have been a very rough Master Sword Silverless Ganon fight, but this is now, I believe, 12 spin attacks or 8 spin attacks for the Gold Sword. I know I think it's 12 tempered and 8 with Gold Sword, maybe. I don't know. It's going to be a spin attack for this, but he's blue mail. He has hearts. As long as he doesn't fall, he's good.
Meanwhile, really nice grapple kill on Dragon by Raikou.
Don't stand so close to me. Yeah, you don't want to hug Ganon. This is hugging Ganon and blue mail still will take off a lot of your health.
But so will that Gold Sword, and Solski is just punishing Ganon at this point.
Yeah, he takes a few hits there. He's already at half health. He's on phase 3 already. Just have to make sure he slashes before those fire bats gets out. Oh, got a couple slashes there.
All right, looks like Raikou is electing to check Plasma. I don't blame him at this point.
What if it's vanilla plasma?
Huh?
Vanilla plasma. Like it's like because we didn't see
Plasma beam.
Yeah. That'd be hilarious. It's a 3 out of 16 chance. Alright, we got some spin slashes coming.
Solski just really doing a nice job on this Silverless fight. Gold Sword, of course, making it a lot easier.
Decent reach and able to keep that torch lit too with half magic.
Yep.
Raikou is probably going to be stunned when the top gun happens. I mean, like Raikou didn't play bad. He just it's all routing. It's all routing.
This was definitely routing.
And get your single G's in chat since the bacon has been cooked. And all we got left is to kill a giant ugly brain thingy alien.
I did not catch what was that Plasma.
I didn't catch it either.
Plasma missiles, thank you. The hammer was in the Dark Maze in pods, though.
the bomb chest in Dark Maze, like right next to Vanilla location. He has 55 supers, so.
Oh, he's good.
Yeah,
he's good. And 95 missiles, he is so good. Plus charge and wave.
Now we're going to see. I mean, this could still be a sub 230, guys. Sub 230 for combo randomizer.
And Raikou is checking Shack Tool.
At least we're getting that check out of the way. And no, most runners don't want to go into dungeons that they can't fully clear because they hate double dipping. So it makes sense for Raikou not wanting to double dip pod if Hammer's not in there.
Solski having to power bomb the Metroids, but that's not really a problem. He's got plenty of power bombs. All he's got to do is make sure and watch his energy. And he's doing a good job at keep. Whoa, well, one of them ducked.
He still has 33 power bombs. I think he's good. Now, this could have been an even faster seed. Like, there was only 3 items in Super Metroid that was required. One of them was in Bubble Mouth, and the other 2 was in Brinstar. That could have been a Go Mode Lord No Fair, Go Mode Meridia, Wreck Ship.
And Raikou only rewarded with Super Missile Pack at Shack Tool. So Shack trolls again.
Yeah, he's probably really looking for that hammer because he doesn't want to dip pop without hammer. And I mean, he can go to Ice Palace, but
he can't finish it without hammer.
Yeah, he can't finish without hammer either. So yeah. Solski's hurt himself. He's going to let Baby grab him this time around. No high jump boop, so won't be able to get the skip. Going to face. Oh, he faces left. Those 40 frames may give Raikou a chance to catch up. Don't forget to give these runners a follow, by the way. They gave you a really good show today. Also, don't forget, our tracker did a really good job today. Give him a good follow, Wesker. And my co-commentator, Ancient Gamer, is also a really good combo runner. Who are you most looking forward to facing this week after these brackets get locked in?
Who am I most looking forward to facing? Well, that's a good question.
I mean, Raikou's going to be in your pool now.
Let's talk about who's going to be in that 2-in-1. Okay. Who am I most looking forward to face? So in that 2-in-1 pool, you're going to have
Oh, Maniacal wants you. Maniacal with the
I'm going to have Maniacal. Oh my God, it's changed since I last looked at it. There's Ivan.
Oh, Ivan's nasty.
Ben Teasy, Iris again. Wesker.
Oh, I don't think you can face Iris again. I don't think that's possible.
Breakdown, Link Force, Pika Pals, Hitaka, Elm, Lachlan, Messier, Andy, Zost, Total.
Good luck next week, buddy.
Who am I looking forward to facing? None of them.
Oh, Solski's going for charge beams.
This is not a bad idea, going ahead and get some charge shots in. I think, really, I would go ahead and shoot 36 supers and then charge shot until I got to the catch-up and then use the other 15 to finish Mother Brain off. But that's just what I would do.
Oh, we're getting our bat check.
And bat was high jump boots.
Yep.
All right, so Solski missing a super there. Raikou, it looks like he is
Dipping
heading
ice.
to ice.
And he won't be able to check out the chest or finish it, but I mean, he has to dip one of these 2 crystal dungeons.
I don't agree with that, and because you've got so many more checks in pod that you can do. You can't finish either one of them without hammer, so I would go for the more checks. Oh wait, he may have realized he doesn't have lamp.
Yeah, Lamp was in the location after Gold Turizio, so.
Oh, Maniacal, you're 1 and 2. Don't worry. Don't worry. That second 2 is coming for me. Probably this week. I'm on the way down there to where you don't coming up to where I'm, because I'm not going up anymore.
Ancient Gamer throwing out some week 5 hype for the chat right now as we get into the Hyper Beam phase of Mother Brain, basically a cutscene. Oh man, Solski with Speed Booster. This could literally be a sub 230. Depends if he decides to save the animals or not.
I do not see him saving the animals. I just do not. Not this pace that he's on. All right, Raikou, meanwhile.
I mean, I was expecting to sit here to 10 o'clock tonight, like my usual. What do I do with all this extra time, man? Raikou, you need to pick up that key. Anyway, Mother Brain's dead. We got 3 minutes to get to the ship.
This is going to be sub 230, I think. He's got speed booster for the escape. He doesn't have high jump, but speed booster will be a really big factor in cutting the time.
Yeah, no, I mean, people who are in the 3-0 bracket right now are probably a little worried about Solski right now. So Solski has been a strong runner. He was one of the few that got past that Nightmare Seed during the weekly before the tournament. And he's just been doing some very good performances the last few weeks. So the 3-0s are probably not happy that he just showed a... Yeah, this is going to be sub 230 run.
Raikou using that bombos to get rid of the... What are those things called anyway?
I've heard them called pingus. I've heard them called other names that I can't repeat on stream.
Is that because aggravating things are taken?
Yeah, basically. A little aggravated,
Caught myself.
Yeah, I know, right? I mean, I let the D word slip earlier, so I'm probably going to get talked to.
Pin Gators, thank you, Hitaka.
Oh, Pin Gators, okay. Hitaka on the ball. Oh, animals are going to die today. And with an official SRL time of 2 hours, 29 minutes, and 24 seconds, Solski moves to 3-0. Give him your GGs right now.
GG to Solski. Is that a PB for him?
That's a PB. I'm looking
at
SRL. Yeah. That's definitely a race PB. I think Zos had like a 250 seed a couple days ago, and that was insane. Let's get Solski in here. Let's talk about that seed.
Absolutely. Meanwhile, Raikou is doing what checks he can. He's having to go long way. I think about the only thing he can do at this point is the iced tea room and the chests down at the bottom where the spikes are, right? He can't do those top chests because they're hammerlocked.
We
have Solski.
GG, Solski.
Thanks, guys.
Hey, man, great job on that seed. Talk about what you were thinking about.
Like the second I got hammer in pod, I was like, this seed's free. And then, because I knew I didn't need hookshot with hovering, and the little only thing that was holding me back was ammo and beams, which I've never experienced before. But I think I just attacked it really, really well. Go-moded ice. For the most part, go-moded TR minus like the laser bridge, and did the 7 chest cave and super bunny. Actually looking for again ammo and beams. So I think it was worth it. I did it because I ran into temper there too in blue mail. But
Yeah, no, that was.
How
a good
did it
pickup.
feel when that wave beam popped up?
oh my god, that was like the ultimate bailout. Like I don't know. I saw the free hook shot. I'm like, that's so lame. and then I got the wave. I was like, okay, that's fine. So we're good. So, but yeah, it was a pretty fun seed. I think it's one of the strongest routed seeds I've ever had. SM was really crisp. I was really happy with the performance there. Link to the Past was, I guess it was okay. A couple of bad fairy revival deaths, but yeah, we still got that sub 230 PV, which is great. And shoutouts actually to Maniacal getting his hot PB at the 227 during the weekly spoilers alert. So
wow.
Yeah, just again, it's kind of neat that we both PB today. But...
Well, that is really cool. Yeah, you were talking about routing. That is what has really hurt. Raikou, you did not chase the morph ball until you had done a good bit of Zelda checks. Raikou, on the other hand, pretty much went straight into Super Metroid and stayed there for a while.
Yeah.
And as you know, that was a pretty barren landscape.
Yeah, it was really. I mean, other than maybe Quake and Ice Rod, I don't think we found really too much there. But yeah, it was...
Boots, Ice Rod, and Quake were the only things in Super Metroid that required for the seed.
What was Boots' charge? That was pretty funny. I was pretty happy with that one. But yeah, it was pretty quick. I was glad I didn't chase like right away, and the reason why I didn't chase was like 5 power bombs. Because at that point I kind of get myself to awkward routing and a lot of farming, especially if I optioned Burn Loop really early. So that's why I kind of went the route I did of Kraid, Meridia, and Wreck Ship. The gravity was the biggest debate, I think. It just led to nothing.
Well, just to let you know, so did that grapple beam.
Good.
I know you kind of side-eyed a little bit when you found that.
I hate that guy. Like
we all
hate Jack Tool, so I'm kind of glad that there wasn't anything there.
Just to mention, Raikou is now making his pod.
It's a tough location for Hammer, but I think in my case, again, just because SM was more or less clear minus speed. And I think Plasma and Shaq, but they weren't in Logic yet. Actually, no, when I found Flippers, they were in Logic, but I felt pretty good with the play. There wasn't really much else left to find like Hammers, so I was expecting either speed to unlock it, or it was going to be like Hero or Thieves, so it was just really nice that it ended up being in pod.
Yeah,
the one thing that might have hooked you up was Bombos wasn't Thieves. So when you hit Go mode at like 146, it was like Schrodinger's Go mode. I've been Go mode, but we didn't know what Turtle Rock was at that time.
I think that was like the only scary thing for me was that I'm pretty comfy with the 2/3 gamble for a medallion, like in a situation like this, because again, like I have really good options to go back to. And again, I think Thieves would have been one of the first places I go, except for maybe a couple of overworld checks. I don't really want to dependent mire or read it by ice at that point, because I already got one item out of ice. Pendant mire was a no-go. Yeah, Thieves, I think I only got one item in Thieves. That would have been a pretty quick run back for me to there, but maybe...
Well, those would have been good calls.
Yeah.
Because Raikou did dip Pendant mire. There was nothing there for. I think you would have got a super pack out of it for your trouble. Would have been the only thing that would have helped you.
I could have used it. But yeah. It was so tight on ammo too. I was so surprised. Like, there's no beams in sight. And like my super count was good early and it sustained, but then it was like getting closer and closer to go mode. I'm like, I really hope I run into a free beam. So that was kind of good.
Yeah, no, we did not find any beams. Technically, Raikou, by the time he checks East Death Mountain will get his red mail because blue mail was an ice for him.
Okay. Vanilla.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So this
one
is a
thing he
great
fixed.
season.
I wonder if he's fixing if he knows he doesn't have lamp because he did that reset, or if he's fixing to find out. Because
Yeah, I didn't see Lamp in his tracker, so I'm
Yeah.
sure he's okay with doing dark rooms.
Okay.
Lamp was at Screw Attack, guys.
Yeah, he went in and found it, but instead of going out back through the portal and then coming back in, he went straight into GT and reset.
Yeah.
He knows because of Eastern. Oh, okay, thanks.
Actually, that was one of my favorite plays too. Now that you bring that up, was getting Lamp. What was it? I dipped out because I grabbed it early, but then when I went back in, I like scouted GT, reset because I needed a refill anyways, and then got like the last 2 checks I had, which were like 2 3 missiles and bomb trees though. So like that was probably my favorite route of the game.
No, really, all in all, you did an excellent job with the route, and it paid off. It was obviously the correct way to go.
Yeah.
Really, really nice job. Really impressive.
You didn't. There was not one bad play. I mean, you probably could have stayed in Link to the Past, Go mode, and just Go mode Meridia, Lower Norfair, and Wreck Ship, and probably cut another 20 minutes off your time.
Oh yeah, it's scary to think about that too. Because like you said, like Meridia had nothing. I mean, Lower Norfair, it's kind of like a Turtle Rock, like except it's better paying for your buck, a lot more value there. But Meridia is definitely a big time thing. It's like 10 minutes for a full clear. So it was kind of unfortunate nothing popped there, but I wasn't really upset considering like where my time was. Like I looked at my timer, I had like 2 crystals and 4 bosses done at like 1:14. I was like, oh, this is
By the way,
pretty good pace.
50 minutes after you got into Go mode, at 2:37, Raiko is now in Go mode.
Yep, he just found his hammer. I'm sure you didn't mind finding the sword either.
Oh no, those were pretty handy to get. I was more hoping for beams. I'm pretty comfy with Master Sword Cannon, but at that point I was just like, I'll take it. It's gonna speed me up anyways for the time I spent going for them. So it was nice.
So what are your thoughts moving forward in the 3-0 bracket?
Sorry, what was the question? Who am I looking forward to in 4-0s?
Yeah, let's go with that one.
Okay. Sorry, I completely kind of zoned out there. I really don't know who's in the 4-0. Is Aussie still there?
Let's check.
Yep, I'm looking right now. Right
Okay.
now, it's Jay, and then Taylor, Strizer, Karakarn, and Aussie. And then you are
I'll
the
take
final.
Aussie.
You'll take Aussie. So we're going to
Yeah,
have
I'll take-
3 3-0 matches next week, guys. So those are going to be really good. So hopefully this gets updated here soon so we can see the next round of the Swiss.
Raikou making his way down to Helmasaur. Doing the more aggravating of the dark rooms. The dark maze is confusing, but this turtle room is just aggravating. He does have fire rod, so he can light a torch. Solski, I don't really know what else to ask you. I can't say enough about your performance. That was really impressive.
I think that's the fastest run in this tournament, by far.
I know you really making a strong showing in this tournament. I give you that.
Yeah, no, thanks for the applause, guys, and the praise and everything like that. Just quick shout out to just the organizers, the other players in this tournament. It's been a lot of fun so far, and keep up the great work, guys. Appreciate it.
Yeah, we got 2 more rounds of Swiss of this, then tiebreakers in our top 8. That's going to be real fun when we get to that.
But yeah, I think I'm just gonna dip and let you guys call the remainder of the match. But
right,
thanks
well,
for the interview, guys. Appreciate
Hey,
it.
no
GG
problem.
again.
I appreciate it. GG. Congrats on your PB, man.
Thanks, guys.
All right, and Raikou is coming to the end of Helmasaur. He will get his missile pack.
And he'll just probably go back to ice. Just finish it off. He's done most of it already. Feels bad that he has to redo most of it. Then he'll probably go Motor Rock and then GT and all that good stuff.
And I think you call it what?
Oh, I don't know why he's doing this first. It's faster to have Turtle Rock be your last dungeon.
He's wanting to do the Death Mountain checks, I think. Because the thing about to him, there's no hook shot yet. There's none of that. He's thinking. This is just a guess, but he has seen how quick Solski finished. I think he's thinking that Solski must have found that hammer and found a good little jackpot up here at Death Mountain. Although, really, he doesn't need anything. Complete ice. F5 Warriors Mount. Yeah, everybody's wanting to know what their matchups are. I'm in the minority. I don't want to. I just don't want to know. Raikou finding his bottle.
So that's all 4 bottles.
And he's going to do his paradox check. Now, does Raikou still has to do? Does he still have to do Ridley?
He beat Ridley. He picked up the shield. Remember?
Oh, that's right. That's right. I have trouble reading that little tracker. Again, I'm old. My eyes don't work real well.
It's good. It's all good. And there's the
Raikou,
red mail.
Yeah, he's gonna like seeing that red mail. AG don't trust me. What are you babbling about, Wesker? Boy, and that the worst enemy in the game really. And it looks like is he going to do his?
I really don't see why you're doing Turtle Rock now when you can finish Ice, then do Turtle Rock, then get Gans Tower done instead of having to come up here twice. But he knows the race. You know, at this point, he's already looked at IRC.
Yeah. Which he may just be open in Turtle Rock, but there was still the trip up here.
Nope, he's going in.
No, he's going in. Okay.
Yeah, when Hera or Turtle Rock is one of your final crystals, most of these run most Link to Past runners want to leave them for last. Because both dungeons can literally be done last, and you just are right there for Ganon's Tower without having to climb Death Mountain, England.
Epi, I'm 51. Depends on how up there you consider that to be.
Raiko missing the can of Samara on that track.
Wow.
We'll all pretend that we didn't see that. What just happened?
Nothing. As previously stated, my eyes don't work real well. Raikou, because he does not have hookshot, having to do the torch puzzle the long way.
I'm taking a random guess. I think Hookshot had silvers. Because that's like the only place in Dark World that I think would be.
And finding his speed booster.
I just realized both you and Wesker are 2 and 1. What will
Yes.
happen? What will happen if it's you two?
For me, that's probably, if there is such a thing, that's probably best case scenario, because that would be the one opponent that I know the best, that I could probably predict what he would and wouldn't do.
Yeah, Wesker's in chat right now.
It would
I'm
still
surprised he
be
didn't.
a tall order for me. I've beaten him exactly once, I think, maybe or twice in all our practice races. Race to the death. Okay. No, actually, you know what? I figured out how I want to do this. Zoe still in chat? Is Zoe out there, or did he leave? You there, Zoe?
I was also 2 and 1. I wouldn't mind seeing like Manatical versus Lack. Ooh, Manatical versus Lack would be a good one.
Yes, it would. So I'm gonna go out there. Never mind what he's here now. I'm gonna go out there for my next matchup. Because if you're gonna pull off a band-aid, do it quick. And he'll dot done on me really quick and get it over with. All right, so Raikou navigating his way through Turtle Rock. Now, here's the question. Do you expect him, after he does Turtle Rock and Ice, to do some more checks?
He might do more checks in Ganon's Tower. He knows that'll be where the item density is. He is going to check Mimic Cave. We did not see Mimic Cave from... Ooh, Silvers could be in here.
You're right.
No, wait, no. This is Light World. Never mind. I'm already, one of those, like, when the race is over, I just stop thinking about what could be anymore, really.
Yeah. Oh, that's right, because the hint was in the Dark World, right?
Yep.
So they're in the dark overworld somewhere.
So I think Hookshot Cave's the last place they could be, or Hammer
Spike
Pegs
Cave?
was that check. Spike Cave, Hammer Pegs.
Have a good dinner, Monaco. Hitaka's saying Pyramid Fairy.
That's another dark roll location. Oh, so I guess there's a lot of dark roll locations we didn't get to check.
And really nice job. Oh no, I jinxed him. I thought Raikou had the dark ride there.
Knowing Raikou, he probably has maps up for all the dark rooms. Some of the runners would do that. But at the same time, I'm sure he's probably wishing he would have saved that lamp.
And round 4 is up. Oh my god! I was kidding. I was kidding. That's just evil.
Ooh, Ancient Gamer versus Host. That's going to be my hype match of the week. We got Blink Force, Ventizi versus Hitaka, Lino versus Lack. Oh, that's going to be a good one. Nin versus Aussie is going to be good. Our other 3 nodes would be Jay versus Strizer and... Oh, where is... Minaga versus Cantaloupe. Ivan versus Pika-Pow is going to be good. Solski versus Carrick Horn is going to be good. Tolo versus Zen. Wesker versus Messer. Lockin versus Raikou. Nimban versus Dr. Bob. Trucker versus Oats and Goats. All good races. Oh, a good one's going to be Iris versus Elm. They are both super strong runners. That's going to be a good one to watch. I want you to know I locked in my predictions already.
All right, and Raikou deciding to go with Master Sword.
Yeah, you can see. Yeah, you can see how many more hits it takes with the sword. It's a little bit safer though.
I thought, well, hammer does tempered damage, so it only takes 5 hammer shots, right?
Yeah. So it's more slashes with the sword as well, but it's safer as long as because you don't have to get right up next to it. He is going to switch to hammer stress though. And
Raikou will get his half magic. He'll be glad to see.
Now Raikou Raiko still has to get off the mountain, go to Ice Palace, and we'll see what he'll do from there. I mean, he does now have the 5-6 crystals. We may see Pyramid Fairy.
All right, he's going to check bottom chest and hook shot. Yes. Not going to get a lot of help there. He did get another heart container out.
He is going to get his temper sword here, so that's something.
He will be happy to see that. Now, I wonder if we're going to see a Spike Cave check. Nobody's checked Spike Cave, have they?
Nope. Because you need Hammer for Spike Cave, and that was go mode.
But he did go back up. Yep. Little RNG manipulation.
Probably going to check Pyramid Fairy now.
Yeah, that would make sense.
No, fly and get more potions first.
All right, we may see him. Oh, he's checking the mushroom. And probably will fill up on potions. Then maybe we might see him go ahead and finish off ice. He needs to finish it anyway, and he can check all the chests there. Oh, just getting power bombs. He's not even taking them.
He just jebaited you, man. Total jebait.
Well, I think while I was in there, I might have just... So now it looks like he's going to do some dark overworld checks.
No, we got hammer pegs. There's those silvers.
All right.
So
I know he's going to be happy to see those.
I mean, it's a faster Ganon fight. And he's going to go back to Ice Palace and go mode Ice Palace. Or he's going to full clear it because he still doesn't have hookshot.
That's right. And I don't know that he can hover. If you don't have hookshot, you have to hover to get past Moldorm 2, don't you?
Yeah, but the game expects you to have hookshot and logic before then. So, I mean, I don't know. That's crazy. Yeah, no, because, yeah, logic would have, I even think in no logic randomizers, unless the hookshot is Moldorm's last chest. Hookshot has to be before that, regardless, anyway. So, yeah, no, I mean. And you never expect Hookshot in GT anyway. I mean, it's like the last place you expect it.
Yeah. With that being said, we may, Raikou may be doing quite a few checks. Looking for it before he heads in there.
At least you gotta give it to him. He's trying to complete the seed. He's not forfeiting yet.
Oh no, I give him plenty of props. Nice one cycle on those pin gators. Now that I know what they're called. Thanks, Ataka.
Yeah,
Nice
Raikou
work.
is going to be clearing out the right side of Ice Palace that is hammer locked.
I don't blame him for that here. I would do the same thing. Like you said, the last place he would expect Hookshot to be is in GT. Wow, and nothing in those back chests.
Yeah, I mean, we still don't know where any of the major beams are at. I mean, I'm sure Solski would have even taken Spazer for the Mother Brain fight.
Yes. Anything but just charge beam. Yeah, he got wave beam. He did get wave beam. All right, and it looks like Raikou is about to start his cold stare fight.
He has tempered, so this might be a little bit faster. He also has bombos, so he doesn't need to throw fire rod. He also has half magic from Trinex.
Yeah, that's big. In this fight, he can basically just fire rod cold stare most of the way to death. Oh, and he got cold stare up in that corner for a minute. That's nice damage. Really nice job there by Raikou.
Yeah, so he got his heart container, and he will be going to maybe going to Ganon Tower. We may not see him go to Ganon Tower yet, even though he has all the crystals needed. He may be looking for that hook shot.
Excuse me for just a second. I need to mute. I'll be right back, okay?
Go for it, and I'll hold down the fort. Looks like Raikou is going to do it back up to GT now. He's going to be happy when he sees the hook shot. Maybe a little upset. He's still wanting those beams, though, so we know he'll find waves somewhere in Ganon's Tower, though.
All right, sorry about that. It's a school night. Need to get my son prepped up, ready for bedtime. And Wesker brought up a good point. Raikou is not making a bad time at all.
No. I mean, when he hit go mode about 20 minutes ago, he probably could have still had like a 3:20 time, which is still not bad considering the average is about 3:30 to 4 hours with this combo. It was just unfortunate Ryan at the start. Solski made all. You don't need to rehammer them, Raikou.
Yeah.
Solski made all the right decisions at the start, and it was one of those things where the second Solski grabbed the lead, he never let go.
All right, and it looks like Raikou is going to do the right thing here. He's headed to GT, so he's going to get his hook shot, I would assume, as deep as that key is in there. But also, he's going to need. Raikou also has no beams, so he is going to need to at least dig out that wave beam.
He did grab a few more super missiles, so he might be good enough there.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, it's your hook shot.
Probably a good thing his mic isn't on right about now.
He's going to find the big key, though, at like number 15, not 20.
Yeah, because he's not going to do the right side checks that Solski did. Forgot to make sure those little barriers were up before he went through the door. He recovered. All right, he did get his butter. So he's pretty well equipped for the Ganon fight now.
He does have silver, so the Armos and Lamos refights won't be too bad for him.
Yeah.
Now, this was a very fast jet scene. I don't get to commentate that many of these.
We know I've noticed a lot of them. Well, they're called troll seeds. It usually comes down to just one item that's in a place that nobody checks for a while. You know, it's not so many a case of Agger required, shack tool required, blind ped pull required, you know, that sort of thing. Bow in GT. It usually comes down to something that's in an out of the way place that just doesn't get checked for a while. Raikou getting a little stuck there. Interesting strat there. Doing a good job though with the gauntlet. All right, jumping off so he can get those iframes. And just to zip right through, he's going to skip the fill up.
I mean, he has red mail. While the enemies there still do one like hard damage, it's really the wizard orbs you have to be really careful about. Oh, and that BMOs. Oof.
Oh, be careful, man. All right, going ahead and using that bottle. No, this wasn't the shack required seed. All right, heading into Lamulus 2. Very nicely done.
Wait, there was a Limos fight? Sorry, I was checking my phone.
Yeah, he did. One cycle. Very nicely done. Good job on the Whiz Road clear. Silvers were at Hammer Pegs, Maverick. Getting that magic fill up. Interesting, he's not checking any of the other chests for beams. I guess he feels confident in his ammo count. Nice job on Moldorm 2. And he just missed what. And it's time for some geometry.
Wait, so Raiko skipped over Wave Beam? Oh, he must think he has enough supers.
He probably does. I think Solski had 55.
Yeah, and there's been enough missile packs in the seed. So no Wave Beam is kind of crazy. At least he has silver, so this fight's going to go by quick. I mean, you know, just probably a 340 time, 330 times, depending on how fast he gets through Mother Brain.
Yeah.
Only an hour behind, but it was still a good race nonetheless. 3:30 is the average time most of our runners in this tournament do finish their seeds.
Yeah, that being an hour behind does not reflect really. Raikou, the only thing he really did wrong was routing. His routing just hurt him.
So, for those who just joined us, at the start of the seed, they sequence broke their morph ball. Raiko, instead of having and they also got their mitts early on too. So instead of taking their mitts and doing their Dark World checks, which would have led them to flute and all other kinds of good stuff, Raiko went to Super Metroid where it was nothing. And Raiko stayed in Super Metroid for over 90 minutes, which just got him very, very far behind. And Solski stayed in Link to the Past and gained the lead and kept the lead and did not let it go once.
Oh.
And get the torch glitch. Now let's see if you could get a triple here. Only a single. Alright, he's in prime position for a triple. One! Doesn't go for it. But he gets a double to finish it off.
Nicely
Get your single G's in chat for Raiko.
So now all he has to do, well, he still has to take down. No, he has Ridley. You told me all he has to do is defeat Mother Brain, and that's it.
Yeah. I mean, depends on his missile counts and how he gets past the Metroid. This might be a 330? 335, 340. He has 121 missiles right now, so I think he's okay with ammo.
Yeah, he's fine. And he does have speed booster and high jump, so it's just very rare you see anybody heading to Turian with the pea shooter. That's just not something you see in this a lot.
No, you never. Yeah, no. Usually, there's enough beams in the seed that you should be able to find one in the 200 odd items that these runners grab while going through their dungeons and all Super Metroid. I mean, he can't soft lock. He has charge beam at least. We did find out that was 300 charge beam attacks, but that's he's already going to have 55 supers going into Mother Brain plus 100. I mean, no, he's good.
He's fine. And actually, supers is a faster DPS than charge full beams anyway, because you can get them off faster. Doing some grouping strats here. It's a good idea. But when they all four latch onto you, that damage starts stacking. All right, making it through Metroid Room 2. No, you don't want to stay down there, man. There you go. All
Quite a nice, relaxing lava bath didn't hurt anyone.
All right, so now final Metroid room. All he's got to do is get through these guys, and he will. And there we go.
Looks like he is damaging himself on the side hopper here, so he's also going to be getting grabbed by the baby. Does face right, makes up some ground there. Oh god, the pea shooter. I want to see a baby skip with the pea shooter now.
Oh God, no!
Yes.
Your best bet would be to use a power bomb, probably. If you could time that during your, I don't think you could time that during your jumps. To morph down, get a power bomb, unmorph, and still make the next jump around him.
The true final boss, the eye door.
Alright. And getting started on the Zebs. Now, besides not being able to do the ice Zeb skip, one distinct disadvantage of not having ice is those Rinkas can troll the hell out of you when you're trying to get your mother brain one fight done.
Now he's leaving to get more ammo.
He's just making sure. He's probably gonna fill up and save just to make sure he doesn't get soft locked. I don't really blame him. After all this, he's wanting to finish the seed.
No, he's been doing a good job. Don't forget to give both of these runners a follow. I mean, Raiko's still 2-1 this tournament. He's not out of this tournament yet. And Solski's going to be one of the 6-3-0s.
Yeah. But I'm with you, Maverick. I never thought I'd see a pea shooter mother brain, ever. It takes a very specific combination of events to bring this about. All right, so. Nope, you don't need missiles, buddy.
Yeah, no. 2-1 right now is the division of death. Because, you have real killers and, like Ancient Gamer.
Yeah. 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 All right. And Raikou is coming down to the rainbow beam now. Good job, man.
Yeah, he still can do this in 330. Not bad. If he would face most of the other runners in this tournament, it'd probably been a lot closer.
Yes. And I mean, props to him for going ahead and finishing. There's no penalty for forfeiting, but you want to finish your seed. That's the way you do it.
I know Raikou was telling me like 2 or 3 weeks ago that he rarely got a seed under 4 hours. So I mean, he's happy every time he can get a seed under 4 hours.
I generally like to finish mine. You may remember the one you did carry on. I went ahead and forfeited because we were 4 hours plus already, and I think we had more matches coming out. I just died.
Yeah, no, and it was late. It was super late. Like Iris was like, "Yeah, no, it's like 2 o'clock here. People are asleep." So we had no energy for that race.
Yeah, I remember watching the replay. You sounded pretty happy that I went ahead and. I don't blame you. Everybody was tired. I was tired.
I had work in the morning. I was like, oh, I was not hoping that this was a 4-hour seat, but here we are.
All right, so Raikou has got his hyper beam. He's going to stand back and just finish off Mother Brain.
And we have the escape, and he has high jump, he has speed booster. Very good run, all things considered.
Absolutely. Had Super Metroid had some key items, it could very well have turned out much differently. And evidently, Kuchiri, you are to blame for whatever 110% of the time. So that's a lot.
It happens. It happens. Don't worry about it. Don't think about it.
Just let it happen. Wait a minute, did you do the seed that I raced Iris with?
Yep. So you could blame me for that one.
All right, and RaikouRider heading for the ship. And he will finish with an official SRL time of 3 hours, 30 minutes, 14 seconds. GG to Raikou. I think we're going to get him in here, aren't we?
Yeah, no, he was talking IRC. He really wants to explain himself for this seed, so this is going to be interesting.
Yeah. And we should have him here in just a minute.
GG Raikou, GG. So that Pichu Mother Brain fight, how did that go?
That's not the issue. The issue with that was, like I said in IRC, I knew this had potential to be a blowout when 200 plus locations were available 15 minutes into the seed.
Yeah, you had a point there.
So wait. Let's take that point. So there was 200 locations available, but you went for all the locations that was out of sequence.
The reason why I did that is because I was searching for a sword. I didn't really feel like going around all of Link to the Past without a sword or a hammer, any way to do damage, because then I would have to pass up all the dungeons, and it would make routing awkward later. So I was trying to think a little bit more long-term when I was going into Super Metroid.
So, you didn't think of like Back of the Escape after you got your mitts, or anything like that, or checking the first 4 chests of Thieves Town or chess game or anything like that?
The Back of Escape was actually the very next thing I was going to check after doing the bridge, the bridge in the Zora area. And then I found Morphball, and I'm like, well, I guess I'm not going there yet. I can just route this in some other time.
No, I can see what you're talking about. You felt like you found Morphball. You knew you found it out of sequence. You thought that may be an advantage, and you decided to try to push it. I get where you were going with that, and with the sword, because you know what happened in my race. I started out without a sword, and I wound up skipping something that really cost me later. What really hurt you is Super Metroid was pretty much a wasteland. You found the boots way early.
I noticed that.
Yeah, Boots and Ice Rod, I think.
It was Boots, Ice Rod, and Quake were the only items that you really needed in Super Metroid.
And those were all in green. Those were all in, I think, Bryn. I was really
Quake
surprised.
Quake was Bubble Mountain. Solski did not chase the Morph Ball, and because of that, he basically grabbed all the good progression and just held on to that lead. As you see how fast this was for him. That was literally rallying choices. All this race was. I mean, you played a really good seed. It was more Solski hit go mode at like an hour 45 and didn't care if he was going to go to Mother Brain with a P-Sure like you did. He ended up finding Wave. By the way, Wave was in the chest before Moldorm.
But mostly the reason why I went to Super Metroid was just the lack of equipment in Link to the Past. But the other big question I have is, what points you to Pod so fast?
He already cleared most of the other crystal dungeons, and he did not dip Eastern. So he dipped Eastern, did not find Hammer there, and decided he had bow, lamp. He was going to try and clear the front pod just in case. And he did that. And then the second he found Hammer, it was like 145. He was just dipping pod because he was in the area.
The whole reason why I held off on that was because, again, with the large number of locations open, I was trying to think long term, where with so many locations open, I can try to route this with this later, I can try to route this with this later. And that's actually what happened with Eastern and Pod, is because with so many locations open, the chance of me actually being able to put all of that together, I felt was good. And it just so happened that Hammer was almost vanilla.
Yeah, what the logic wanted, because the items were, is it wanted you to go to the Dark World, come around and check Hype Cave to get your flippers. Flippers would give you the Morph Ball. Morph Ball would give you what is it? Varia pretty quickly. You already had Space Jump. You had Gravity. Then you had to go down to Lower Fair Crew Attack item and get your lamp. And that was what put Hammer in logic.
The other reason why I routed the way I did, besides just those reasons, was with the items that I had found early, I could make a pretty clean sweep through most of Super Metroid, where with the early Gravity you could even go Terminator to early Supers to Kraid, go back to Meridia, check the front half of Meridia, go through Mount Everest to Red Tower, I'm a huge fan of like the front half of Meridia to Mount Everest to Red Tower, because Red Tower is such a pain to route, and
Yeah.
that is one of the few ways you can actually route there cleanly. And then I found the sword in the back of Wreck Ship, and then went back to Link to the Past, and I think the very next thing I checked was Back of Escape, and I just felt awful after that.
Did you feel like you were behind?
As soon as I found that sword, I felt like I was about a half hour behind the entire time. Especially what happened. Oh, right. What happened with Fantoon, too, was extremely unlucky.
I feel kind of bad about that, because when you were coming in and I realized it was power bomb, I said, it's a very rare chance, but Fantoon sometimes does not drop you a power bomb. I hope he does not get locked. And he only dropped you one.
I needed 2 to get out, and it's so rare for that to happen.
It is. That was a tough break. Did you realize when you were resetting that you were ditching your lamp?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, I already had a fire source. And I don't need the lamp to beat the game. Okay. I also suspected for a while, based on the crystal setup, that the hookshot was in GT.
Really? Okay. As soon as
I found the hammer, I thought that there was a chance that the hookshot could be in GT, and I was still being thorough about dungeons, but I didn't check too many other locations other than dungeons. I checked one. I think I checked hammer pegs because it wasn't that far.
Yeah, that's where you got your silvers.
Yeah, Solski, knowing he can hover the Moldorm gap, just went straight on. He destroyed Ice Palace, destroyed Turtle Rock. Why did you go to Turtle Rock for Ice Palace?
The reason why I went to Turtle Rock before Ice Palace was again to try to cover my butt against Hookshot, just in case it was there instead. Since I didn't want to have to search Ice Palace first, and I wound up having to do that anyway.
Gotcha.
I figured there was a chance. I just wanted to cover against it, and I actually didn't even realize Solski was done until well after I found the hammer.
Yeah, I understand that. You were deep in concentration. I get that. I saw where you put that in SRL. And I mean, here's the thing. What mainly cost you was the fact that by lucky chance, the items weren't where you went. I had said before, if there had been major items there, it would have turned out a little bit differently.
That's the exact point that I made at the very beginning of this discussion, was when I said that the seed had the potential to be a blowout when 200 locations are available 15 minutes into the seed. That is exactly why.
Yeah. But you still did a good job with it the way it went. I mean, you still finished with a 330 after basically full clearing Super Metroid and only coming up with 3 items. So you still handled it well, I have to say.
I still don't think full clearing Super Metroid was necessarily wrong.
No.
Because
you pretty much was dedicated to it after a certain point.
Yeah. But
I also explained. I'm sorry, go ahead.
I was going to say, but like if you would have done like a, very thorough Link to the Past checks, like you have found out like, because you could have cleared most of Link to the Past early on, you would have found out that Turtle Rock would have been Quake, and like after you did Blue Bryn to get your boots and your Ice Rod, and then you found Quake and Bubble Mountain, that would have been a Go Mode Kraid, Go Mode Wreck Ship, Go Mode Lure Norfair, Go Mode Meridia. Like, this seed did not really need Super Metroid at all, unfortunately. Like, just think of, like, this could have been like a sub 2-hour seed.
Yeah, wow. Give the seed to Element. It's a free sub 2-hour.
Well, still, GG, man, that puts you down in the 2-1 bracket.
I already saw my opponent. I'm just relieved to have dodged the crazy 2-1 bracket.
Oh boy, yeah. I made a joke. You'll find on replay. I made a on air that I would just take Zeus to go ahead and get over with, and that's who I got. So rip me, but okay. I look forward to your next race, Raikou. I think you did a good job. I understand why you did what you did, because I can't say that I wouldn't have done the same thing with the sword situation being what it is.
The reason why.
Go ahead.
But in addition to the sword, the big reason why I went to Super Metroid was item density. Super Metroid has much higher item density than Link to the Past does, even though it has fewer locations. It's more checks more quickly. And the other big reason why I'm actually a big fan of chasing out of logic morph ball is information. Because when you find a progression item out of logic, it can tell you where to search for other items, and it can make things a lot easier when you're searching for your last couple of items long term. So I apparently I don't even know if it was just thinking too long term. It's just here's a seed where probably 75% of the locations are available to you in 15 minutes. Where do you go? Did you pick the right way? If you didn't, you lose. Because when you have 200 some locations to pick from that early on, there's not really a wrong way you can go.
Well, I hate that it turned out that way for you. Still, again, you did a good job. I'm looking forward to your next race. Anything else you want to add?
Oh, one thing that I've actually wanted to bring up with the tournament staff. Do we know if the next round is going to be extended a week, because if it's going to be a 2-week round because of the holidays?
I don't know. I know races have already been scheduled. We got 2 of the 21 races already scheduled.
I think I heard something about that being mentioned, but I don't know which way they were going with it.
I think next week is going to be extended for 2 weeks since there's 2 holidays.
That makes sense. But in any case, thanks for having me. Sorry I had to do commentary work on such a blowout, but when there's that many locations open, what can you do?
Yep. Well, GG, man.
Thanks.
GG.
Well, I guess that's going to do it for me. That's the last race of the night and the last race of this round. The new pairings are up, as all of you already know. I'm sure some of you were refreshing it, waiting for that to happen.
Yeah, we got 3 races already scheduled, 2 for tomorrow night already. We got our tracker in the mix. It's going to be fun to watch.
Yeah.
Got anything else you want to say tonight, Agent?
No, I enjoyed it. Thanks for having me. Oh, I'm sorry. I hope that didn't come through my stream. I clicked on a window by mistake, and the video just started blaring noise. I hope that didn't come through.
Is it the after hours the kids are asleep video?
No. It's on the home page of Twitch.
No, that came through. Anyway, well, I got nothing else to say. So for all of Speed Gaming, other commentators, don't forget to give all of our runners and followers, our runners, trackers, commentators a follow. And I do hope all your seeds are cash just ped, and see you guys next mission.
All right, thank you guys. Y'all have a good night. I'll see you next time.